This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, Bellator Fight Week, Conor McGregor back all over the news. Big plans, new belt, Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards. A lot of stuff to talk about with the Baby Hulk returning, the champion of Triton Fights and the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby.
Wonderful.
That's right. We got a jam-packed show tonight. Lots of news to get to. Baby Hulk will be back tonight. Second half of the show, the champion, Baby Hulk. Hulk, Jesse, how you doing?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful.
I am wonderful. We were playing a little Viking Assassin's Creed last night on our second channel, and then boom, news all over the place. Weird stuff, man. Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, talk
I
about
just got chills.
out of left field.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, Leon Edwards,
Yeah.
and the kicker, they're the co-main event, but it's the first ever 5-round non-title fight co-main event. Nate Diaz running around saying that he is the real main event over there. What do you think?
I like it. I can't complain. It's bizarre, but I fucking like it a lot. Like, I actually kind of can't wait. I know that Nate Diaz is probably going to get smoked, but I still like it.
You would think that it wouldn't favor Nate Diaz, right?
That's what my assumptions would be. Yeah,
I think a lot of people are thinking this.
Yeah.
But Nate's back. Put him on the poster here. On the same card as Oliveira versus Chandler. I mean, just dropped on us. UFC 262. It's really... I'm still trying to process this. This is in May 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, talk about a crazy fight. Leon coming back after that weird fight against Bilal and the eye poke and the quick stoppage there.
The whole card is fire now.
And now, yeah, you got all this stuff going on. You have Tony Ferguson versus Dariush, Burgos versus Barboza, Jack Hermanson versus Shabazian, Mizani versus Cochera, Chukagian versus Araujo, Perez versus Schnell,
The whole
Andrea
card is
Lee
great.
versus Shevchenko, the sister, who's looked very good lately.
Antonina.
Jamie Pickett. Look at this thing. Jordan Wright, the crazy bastard Jordan Wright versus Jamie Pickett. What? How many fights? What is this like? What is going on? There's like 400 fights in this card.
But I think it's 13 fights. But I think what they're doing is
nuts.
because there's always one or two fights that drop out, especially with these pay-per-views. So
yeah, at the bottom of the heap, Jacare Souza, former champion, Andre Muniz. Oh, what the hell, man? This is nuts. Wow, this card is pleasantly, surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Good.
Can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
And the good part, Moss, Ellie will already be born by then, so we won't have to worry about missing it.
Fingers crossed she comes out quick and to the point. We can throw in the crib and watch these fights. It's nuts, man. I'm still trying to process this thing. If someone were to tell me, hey, what do you think about Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz? I'm like, that's not fucking happening.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never in a million years thought this fight would happen. Now, both guys did get pieced up by Masvidal, one in a hallway and one in a cage. So they have that in common. But if Nate Diaz wins this fight, is he the number one contender? Like, is he the guy?
No.
Like, you're throwing him in the mix with now, like, Colby Covington's and
Stop it.
like, I mean,
No.
he could fight for the belt.
He's not
next.
the number one contender if he wins. First of all, Leon Edwards is what, number 3 in the rankings for the division?
Let me make this very clear to you.
He's not.
If Nate Diaz beats Leon Edwards, you can lock it up that he'd be the next guy.
In line for Usman?
Here's the thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kamaru Usman's pretty much beat everyone, right? He's pretty much.
He's not fighting Nate Diaz.
The UFC, Usman's going to want to get paid, right?
Not
Nate
against
Diaz gets the man paid. Now, listen to this. If Nate Diaz, if Usman loses to Masvidal, which I think is an impossible thing, but if he loses to Masvidal, you could run the fucking BMF belt back with the title on the line as well. Like, think about that.
That's not happening.
It's all Nate Diaz.
It's funny to think about, but it's not. That's ridiculous.
And you want to get real funny, guys? Look at this man over here. You ever see The Hangover? Here's Conor McGregor like, ooh, look at me. If Conor McGregor beats Dustin Poirier in the Trilogy fight, right? You know,
here we go.
You know Conor McGregor's fighting the winner of Oliveira and Chandler. You know that would happen, right? Mm-hmm. And if he wins that fight, and then the crazy scenario with Nate Diaz, and somehow Nate Diaz becomes the champion of the 170-pound belt, then you have the Trilogy. You have Conor McGregor, the 155-pound champion. Nate Diaz, the 170 champion. Dana White with a raging boner. Oh my God. It's euphoric. Think about this. Just think about this. A lot of people don't like Kamaru Usman.
Moss, this is the most ridiculous thing I've literally ever heard.
Conor McGregor is right back in the mix. Could you fucking believe this?
You can't say he's back in the mix until he wins the Trilogy in the first place.
He's got, listen,
but
both guys have a lot in front of them.
And I know, it's a great theory that you've got going on. What about Gaethje? What's going on
Fuck
with Gaethje?
Gaethje, who cares? Conor McGregor has the chance to be triple king.
You can't just say that Conor McGregor wins against Poirier and then all of these other things happen and everybody else just eats shit.
Gaethje could fight for the vacated Conor strap. If he beats Poirier, right, and then fights the winner of Chandler and Oliveira, right, and somehow wins that fight and gets the belt, he's going right up to welterweight to fight Nate Diaz. If Nate Diaz somehow does his job and Conor does his job, there's a crazy trilogy.
Well,
think about how nuts.
Conor wants this trilogy fight to be for the McGregor belt.
Yeah.
Dead serious about it.
Yeah.
He wants the McGregor belt to be invented. And listen.
After he wins the Conor belt, then defeats the winner of Oliveira and Chandler, takes that fucking belt too, right up. Let me just say this though too. There's a lot of crazy things that can happen here. Okay? Nate Diaz coming back in the game and getting thrown against Leon Edwards. It starts this whole circus. Because
what circus?
There's a fucking there's a 1,200 ring circus going on here. King Kong's fighting Godzilla. We're going to watch that after this stream. But think about this. If Conor McGregor, okay, defeats Dustin Poirier. Now, this is a big if because he got smashed in that fight, the rematch. But if Conor retools and beats Dustin Poirier, okay, it's not going to be a fourth fight. It's over.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yes. As it should be.
And he beats the winner of Oliveira and Chandler. There are two things that can happen here, okay? One, Khabib Nurmagomedov could come back.
He's not coming back.
I know he's retired. I know he says, that's it, I'm done. But if Conor McGregor wins against Dustin Poirier and then takes that belt and becomes bad guy Conor, there's a chance that Khabib comes back. If Nate Diaz does his job and defeats Leon Edwards, which isn't impossible, no. I don't think he's going to win.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think he's beating Leon. But if he beats Leon...
Are you banking on Diaz beating Leon?
No, I want him to beat Leon in the worst fucking way. In fact, I should get my Nate Diaz shirt right now. If he beats Leon Edwards, okay?
Stop it.
He fights the winner of Usman and Masvidal.
Yeah.
There's a chance. Now, we need Jorge to win.
You need Nate Diaz to win.
I like Usman. I think he's the greatest welterweight of all time. But I need Jorge Masvidal to do his job. I need him to do his job. I need Nate to do his job. I need Conor to do his job. I need this fucking circus in my life. I need it in the worst fucking way. It would be amazing. And you know who else needs this?
Let me get this straight. First of all, who do you think is going to win against Oliveira Chandler?
I'm going to pick Chandler. Okay. And I'm doing that because I want Chandler to win.
You're banking on...
I need Chandler to win.
You're banking on on Conor to beat Poirier second time around.
Yes, that's happening.
Not
Right,
get-
Conor?
not
Yes.
get knocked out
That's
by
happening.
Poirier.
He's going to win the McGregor
And
belt.
then you're banking on Conor beating Michael Chandler.
He will beat Chandler. Yes.
You believe that?
Yes.
And you're banking on Nate Diaz
Chandler's-
beating Leon Edwards.
Chandler's Eddie Alvarez Part 2. 2.0.
That's debatable.
Conor fucking smoked Eddie.
And all right, so you're banking on
Yep. Chandler's going to win. Chandler, you have to fucking win because I want Conor to destroy you. Okay,
Diaz
guys?
has to beat Leon Edwards.
Diaz will beat Leon Edwards, yes.
And Masvidal has to beat Usman
Masvidal must beat Usman.
for this whole plan to work out.
Masvidal, you're running your fucking mouth. I want you to fucking. I want a miracle. I want a Masvidal fucking miracle. Give me a Masvidal miracle, you son of a bitch.
The lunacy in this
Yes.
in this plan.
Yes. Now here's another thing though. Here's another thing.
Oh,
If Nate
God.
Diaz does not beat Leon
It's an
Edwards.
imagination.
Hear
man.
this. Hear this out. Hear this out. I got another scenario for you for Conor. With
Yeah,
the-
I hope so because your first one
I got
doesn't
another
sound
one.
very logical.
I got another one. Masvidal beats Usman, right? Okay, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's a fucking crazy thing to say. But
Yeah.
Masvidal's Jesus, right? So of course he's got to beat Usman. He's so fucking good. Like all those fucking lunatics saying that Jorge Masvidal's gonna beat All right, I hope you're right.
Yeah.
If Masvidal if he beats Usman, he
Right.
can kind of sit and wait. Okay, he could wait, and then Conor has two options. Conor could either go for the 155-pound strap if he beats Poirier, or he can go beat up Street Jesus at 170. Okay? There's a lot of options here for McGregor.
I'm wondering if
We don't even need Nate to win.
I'm wondering if the salt that is tainting your beard
What?
is kind of losing its mysticism.
This is amazing. This is an amazing time to be alive as a UFC fan. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It's a complete circus. We have this stupid McGregor belt. McGregor's like, yeah, let's make the McGregor belt. That's fucking stupid. I don't care. Whatever. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna root for McGregor. I don't give a fuck.
You know what's funny? Normally, like if you have some wild theory for one or two fights, I'd be like, okay.
I got them all
You
tonight.
haven't been wrong. You're banking on four completely opposite theories of what the rest of the MMA
We
community
can win
is
so
going
many
for.
ways here.
Four of them. You need
Yes.
all four of them to work out perfectly for this whole plan.
Doesn't
to work.
matter. Well, it doesn't have to even be perfect. There's so many scenarios. Here's the deal. Conor has to beat Poirier. Has to. Dustin, take a fucking dive. Just I don't know. Become Cowboy Cerrone. Everyone says Cowboy Dove. Dustin, dive. Be the diveman. Dustin, diveman. Poirier. Just dive for me because we need it. Who no one cares about Dustin. No one cares. And Dustin doesn't even care about the belt. We want a circus here. So think about it. Could you imagine if Conor McGregor beats Poirier, which he's done already,
Yeah.
okay? He beats Poirier and gets the 155-pound strap. If Michael Chandler beats Oliveira, lock it up, boys. Lock it up. Conor McGregor is your, again, and new.
The Michael
155.
Chandler beating Oliveira is probably the only like close to logical one that I could give you.
It could happen. Now, and Conor could beat Poirier. He beat him already. Yeah.
I think Poirier is probably going to knock Conor out again.
Check the kick. Just check the kick. That's it. It's done. Don't get kicked in the calf. Win.
And don't get knocked out.
The calf. It was all the calf.
It wasn't all the
according
calf.
to Conor,
It was not all
according
the
to Conor,
calf.
it was the calf. He's like Achilles. You hit him in the calf, he's done. But Conor
Yeah.
McGregor checks that. He wins.
Yeah.
He already did that already. So that happens.
Okay.
Check the kick. Win
So
the
how
fight.
does Diaz win against Edwards?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know how he wins.
How does
But I
Masvidal
want
win
him to win.
against
But if he
Usman?
doesn't, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I do want Diaz to win.
So you're saying if
Diaz, come on.
Leon Edwards wins, though,
Edwards needs to fall too. He needs to
then
take a
your
dive.
whole plan falls through because you're banking on Diaz for this whole.
I'm not
like,
banking on Diaz. I'm banking. Conor has to win. He has no fucking choice. Conor, you're running around with your fucking shirt off. You're on yachts. You're fucking, I don't know, you're toasting. You're fucking driving around fancy cars. All right, buddy. Become the bad guy. Win the fucking fights. Because, knucklehead, you could fucking win the 155. And who knows? If somehow Usman gets knocked off by Street Jesus, you could win that fucking belt too.
Oh God.
Oh my
If
God,
you're
it's
just
amazing.
tuning in, you missed the most ridiculous
This is amazing. This is amazing.
theory.
Look at Conor. He's like Zach Galifianakis in the fucking Hangover right now. He's like, all the numbers are around his head. He sees very clear right now.
Okay, so
Look at Nate Diaz in the parachute.
I see Kainoto in the chat saying he just tuned in, and I know a couple other people just tuned in too. So quick recap of what of Moss's
love this.
theory.
I fucking love this, man. This is the best.
Moss needs Conor McGregor to beat Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, he
needs
has to win.
Michael Chandler to beat Oliveira. Then Conor beats Michael Chandler.
Which is easy. Eddie Alvarez 2.0. Yeah.
And then up a weight class, you got Nate Diaz fighting Leon Edwards.
You got to beat Nate. You got to beat Leon.
He needs Nate Diaz to
get
beat
Leon
Edwards.
out of here.
And then he's going to fight the winner of Masvidal Usman, which, by the way, he's banking on Masvidal beating Usman.
What? Masvidal has to beat Usman, right?
And then
he has to because he's street Jesus.
And then Nate Diaz beats Masvidal, gets the belt. And then Conor, the champ at lightweight, is going to fight Champ Diaz for a trilogy.
You ready for this?
This is what he sees happening.
Yeah. Say if
it's so nuts just saying it.
Street Jesus gets crucified again, right? By Usman, right? He gets crucified. Here he is, right?
Yeah.
And then Nate Diaz somehow beats Leon Edwards. Could you imagine? If Nate Diaz beats Usman, could you fucking imagine?
Moz.
Nate Diaz beats Usman? Could you? Everyone's like, Usman is great. I'm saying Usman's the greatest welterweight of all time. And then Nate Diaz goes in and beats him.
All right, now,
could you imagine?
Now let's take a breath and speak realistically.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Let's speak about what's actually going to happen.
This is so fucking exciting.
Right?
Go ahead, Jesse.
Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier could very well go either way. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Because Conor won the first one, Dustin won the second.
Yeah.
I'm banking on Dustin winning the second one, but my mind could change between now and then. Oliveira versus Chandler, another one. I can understand why if you think Chandler's going to win, that one could very easily go Chandler's way. It could also very easily go Oliveira's way.
Chandler's going to beat Oliveira.
Either way, if Conor wins the trilogy, fighting Oliveira or Chandler, it's a little weird to me that you think Chandler's not going to knock out Conor. That's a little weird.
Eddie Alvarez has danced with Chandler a million times. Wars. Conor McGregor is tailor-made.
Chandler is not Eddie Alvarez.
They fought each other.
No, Chandler is not Eddie Alvarez.
They're the same fucking guy. They're literally the same fucking guy. No. Bellator champ, UFC champ.
No.
Same fucking thing.
No.
Short, can wrestle, can throw punches, heavy shots.
Now,
whoop-de-fucking-do.
Now let's go up the weight class.
Conor beats midgets, right, Kainoto? Easy job, easy money. It's easy. That's just a win.
Yeah.
Conor fights Chandler, automatic win. Just put a W right next to check. Win.
Now let's go up a weight class. Realistically,
yeah,
Nate Diaz is not beating Leon Edwards.
Why?
I hate to break it to you.
Okay, but here's my ace in the hole. Jesus.
What about Jesus?
Jorge Masvidal is street Jesus.
He's not beating Usman.
Apparently he is.
He's not.
Listen.
And you know he's not. And I know you would love to see that happen. But
everyone's telling me he's going to beat him. So I have to believe my audience, right? I've been preaching that Usman's the greatest thing since sliced bread. You guys are telling me that Masvidal's, well, not everybody. There's some smart people in there. But there are some people out there that say that Masvidal will beat Usman. That's the key. If Masvidal beats Usman, lock it up. Conor's going to be the fucking champ of 155 and 170. He's going to sleep Masvidal.
Even if, and this is like a huge if.
Yeah.
But even if Masvidal managed to get an upper hand on Usman,
Masvidal's not going to do any calf kicks on Conor. He don't give a fuck about that.
Even if Masvidal won against Usman, which is not going to happen, but if it did, there's still no guarantee that Nate Diaz wins. So you've got Leon Edwards versus Masvidal now, right? Right? That would be it.
And Street Jesus already pieced him up in the hallway. Everyone told me.
Stop.
Everyone tells me that Masvidal, because he beat him, he sucker punched him in the hallway.
But my point
he will beat him in the octagon. So I believe you. I believe those people.
My point is, even if Masvidal won, if Nate Diaz doesn't win his fight and Leon Edwards fights Masvidal, that's a whole different champ. Your whole Conor Diaz trilogy champ for champ thing, it's gone.
I don't care about that. I would like to see that. But here's my path to Conor having not only the 145, which he already had, the 155 he'll get again, right? And then he goes for the 170.
I fucking can't.
Then he goes for the 170. We gotta fucking knock off Usman. Someone's got to get rid of Usman.
You need to knock off a lot of fighters for this plan.
The only one I'm putting in this equation that's a very big problem for Conor, Kamaru Usman. I do not ever want to see Conor McGregor versus Kamaru Usman. There's no fucking way for
see Conor. Honestly, wait.
I don't want to see it.
If Leon Edwards fought Conor, who would you pick?
Leon already lost to him. Leon can't win.
What?
Nate Diaz has to be. No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Jorge Masvidal is Jesus. He is a street version of Jesus. Oh God! Right? Jorge Masvidal has got this
This has got to be the
magical
best,
fist.
the best theory that you've had in many years. And I have to say, if big if
it's gonna happen,
if it ever happened, I would probably stop watching MMA. I would just listen to you the whole time.
You think I'm crazy, right?
I think this is probably the most ridiculous fucking theory I've ever heard in my life.
Let me ask you a question. When Dana White and the UFC sat down, okay?
Yeah.
They locked the doors.
And this is their
Okay,
plan.
hold on. And they said, where can we put Nate Diaz? Right?
Get the fuck out.
Hear me out. Where can we put Nate Diaz? Do you not think that the UFC said, by some let's keep on throwing these crazy scenarios together because something eventually is going to work.
You think Dana White believes that this plan would work out?
Honestly, there's no fucking reason Nate Diaz should be fighting Leon Edwards. No, there is no reason Leon Edwards should be fighting Nate Diaz. It makes no sense, correct? Or do we at least agree on that?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Nate Diaz should not be fighting.
But it's a good fight.
Leon Edwards. But it is a good fight, yes. Yeah. And they said that Leon Edwards would be next in line for a title shot. So why do you think, put Conor aside, even that BMF thing, if somehow Jorge does his job, you got that dopey BMF rematch.
So here's the thing, and I kind of I can kind of understand where you're coming from, but but realistically, it still doesn't make any sense because they know Masvidal's not going to win against Usman. Like they know. When they put that fight together, they know Usman's going to come out still the title holder.
But there is always that chance, right?
That chance
is always that chance.
Is not very
and that's why the reason why the
high.
UFC these are the reasons why the UFC is doing this. Masvidal versus Usman is money. Right? Money. Masvidal brings the money, and by some crazy percentage, some crazy chance Masvidal wins. Say some crazy chance he wins. That's even more money for the UFC. So they throw it out there. And then they're saying, what do we do with Nate Diaz? Leon Edwards? Who in the right mind would have put that fight together? There's a reason why they did it.
I think the reason was simply because they couldn't get Edwards the fight that they were trying to get him for like three different occasions. Yeah. They were trying to put together a good fight for Edwards. They just couldn't get it. So now Nate Diaz wants to fight at that division, and they're like, oh, okay, money. There you go. That's
money
why
talks.
I think they put it. I don't think they put it together for some other plan.
You don't. Hold on a second, Jess. The UFC is not fucking stupid. Dana White is not stupid. These matchmakers know there's a million backup plans. By the way, Kevin Holland might be fighting Vettori.
He said he would take the fight, but there's no.
If that happens, does that make any fucking sense?
No, well, especially not for Vettori.
Both guys agreed verbally. Holland agreed, and Vettori agreed, which is very dangerous. He agreed. Vettori here we go. Kevin Holland looked like complete trash in his last fight, and here he's right. He's passing Brunson.
But they need to fill that fight. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's the same thing with Leon Edwards. They're just looking to fill the fight.
But here's the thing. There's always the backup plans. Hey, if Kevin Holland wins, we forget about that Brunson fight. He's right back in the mix again. That's what the UFC is doing. They're doing this for money. They're not stupid.
Yeah, fair enough. But I don't know. I think the first thing that comes through their mind is not what's the plan. It's let's fill the fight. I think that's the first thing that comes.
Fill the fight. But what can come from this? Where are the roads from this? They're not just going to make a fight and say, well, that's there. They're going to say, okay, what can happen after this? Where's the domino effect in each direction? If they win or lose, where it's going to go. That's what a matchmaker does. Beautiful stuff here. The Leon Edwards thing completely threw me for a loop. But now when you think, and you're going down that escalator, getting ready to play some blackjack, here we go. The numbers are all coming together. Everything's starting to get clear. And now we're seeing another I never thought, after that Poirier fight, I was saying to myself, man, Conor's got to rattle off a couple of wins here before we could even talk about the title. But now, we're talking 2 belts. Mm-hmm. We're talking 3 if you throw that fake McGregor belt that he's fucking putting out there. It's nuts. Mm-hmm. This is a fucking circus, the UFC, and I love it. I love everything about it. Feed me more of this shit. Feed it to me. Shove it into my fucking bearded face.
Oh my God.
Wonderful.
All hail Nate Diaz.
What's up, Holes? Nate is going to get smoked for the first 4 rounds, then win in a 5th round co.
Come on, baby Chubbs. Let's go with that. I hope that happens. I don't think it will, but I hope it will. And if Nate Diaz beats Leon Edwards.
Did he just say what I think he said?
Oh, he did.
Wait, Nate is what he said?
Nate, he's going to win.
Get out of here.
He's going to win late. Late Diaz.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Come on, Chubb.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. in the crowd.
Let's go.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Chubb's coming back to back here.
Masvidal is going to win. Money in the bank. I'm riding with you.
Let's
Moss.
go. Let's go.
Oh, God.
I need it to happen. Listen,
Oh, God.
there's not an ounce of my... There's
Wait,
nothing.
are you saying that because, like Moss, you need it to happen
Need it.
to fit your plan, or you actually believe that that is what's going to happen?
He's going to do something. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe a knee. Maybe an uppercut. Jorge, I believe in you. Full camp. I believe in you, Jorge. You've been talking a lot of shit.
It's like
Let's go, buddy.
I'm watching someone like go down this slippery
Let's go.
slope, and I can't help them.
Put all your
know?
bet your whole life savings on Jorge Masvidal. Of course, he's gonna resurrect. He's gonna rise from his grave, and he's gonna do something.
Yes, kind of a must. Well, he doesn't think. It's not that he thinks Jorge can beat Usman.
Oh, he's gonna win.
He needs Jorge to beat Usman.
There's no fucking way Jorge wins. But
Just watch.
Yeah.
Once Masvidal beats Usman, JBM will be a believer in the blessed timeline.
Nah.
The only thing that Moss is missing is Conor defending the 170 belt against KHAMZAT.
Wait, I can't go that. That's never happening. But all right, okay. So, you know what? I grew up a Catholic. I have strayed from religion, right? I wasn't a believer in Jorge Masvidal. But let me just say this. Amen. I am now a believer in Jorge Masvidal, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and in the Jorge Spirit.
Moss, you know what I love about that?
I'm a believer.
I literally watched that thought come into your head.
Yeah.
And usually, like, I think,
Yeah.
oh, he probably thought that one up already.
No, I wrote that down. That was in
Yeah.
that was
That was beautiful.
the Jorge Spirit.
I love it.
The Father, the Son, and the Jorge Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I'm a believer now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am turned on this date, March 31st, 2021. I am now a believer in Jorge Masvidal. I believe that this man can save welterweight. No one in welterweight wants to fight each other. So Dana White's like, let's just throw Nate Diaz in the fucking mix and spice things up. You motherfuckers don't want to fight each other? Here comes Nate Diaz.
This is so stupid.
Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Moss, you loony bird. Now I've heard it all and I thought I was crazy. This is like Conorisms or Moslosophy from Moss Fuchsius or Mostradamus.
Oh my god.
Jesse, when Moss gets dementia in a few years, this is a preview of your entire day. May the Jorge bless your soul.
Listen.
If this is a preview, then I'll take it.
That's my Jorge. Listen, I'm in.
There's a part of me that thinks maybe you don't fully
Oh, it's all gonna happen.
like
Has to
buy
happen.
into this plan.
I'm putting everything into this. There's so many options here for Conor to have
You're
3
such
belts.
a fucking you're
Conor
so
could
full of shit.
listen. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
If those things play out, somehow Conor could have fucking 3 belts. Could you imagine?
No, I
You gotta
can't.
we gotta remove Usman.
I
We
can't
gotta
imagine.
remove him from the equation.
You would have to.
You have to. He's the only one.
Mas.
Everyone else is
So
doable.
Nate Diaz, Leon Edwards, and Jorge Masvidal all get smoked by Conor
Yeah, all doable fights.
at that weight class.
Yeah. Because mean Conor's coming back. It's not calf kick Conor. It's not family man Conor. We're gonna have the bad boy back. Look at this interaction
Oh,
between.
Moss, you gotta stop.
Look at this interaction over here, Jess. Look at this. What's going on between Conor and Nate?
Nate Diaz says, remember when you never got this back and tried to carry on your life with real martial artists learn where they... carry on your
Nate-
life. Real martial artists learn where they fucked up. Conor said, and don't worry on my next fight, bro. You and your face know what I'm like when I go again with it. Nate Diaz responds, who went up 2 weight classes in half a day's notice, no hesitation and not promotion about it. Just did it because I ain't no bitch. How's that, Conor? Fuck you. Whatever you think you did already been done by a real G. Try not to get finished again. Conor says, isn't that crazy? Who's the real bad motherfucker anyway? Went up 2 weight divisions on a week's notice to fight him for that fight. No hesitation. Straight onto my jet. In through the side door. Surprise, surprise.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Did he reference the whole... Oh, man. Conor's referencing the terrorist attack. Maybe can we have him back? Can Conor just come back? Conor, we coming back here. We stop with all this other bullshit. Come on, boy. Let's go. Conor, we back, buddy. Are we back? Conor, are we back? This is courtesy of Tony Clark _MMA. Go give him a follow over there. Nate Diaz says, LOL, you suck. And here's Conor McGregor. Yee on big tits. What? Is he back, boys? Is Conor McGregor back? Do we have him back? Because if he's back, he's unbeatable. Let's go, baby. Is Conor back? A route back to the 155-pound belt. A route. We got rid of Khabib. He's gone, right? He was a problem, that Khabib. He's gone. He scurried off. If we could somehow knock out Usman, there's your path. Is Conor back? Today's.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's back.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
super chat.
Hit the like button, friends.
Fee with the 1999.
Yo, Fee, what up, Fee? Wow, thank you. Baby Hulk's coming on very soon. A little under a half hour away.
Super chat.
Fee again.
Kevin Lee championship bet. And if he doesn't win, you can put that into your child's college son also.
Okay.
All right.
Keep that in mind.
If he doesn't win, you can put that into your child's college fund.
I am so happy.
Wonderful,
it's like
wonderful.
Christmas.
Masvidal is getting 50-43. Ed, stop it. I can't wait to be the only happy one in that arena next to a bunch of crying pizza-eating sweaty Cubans with long hair.
Oh, God. What the fuck? You're so stupid.
Kiss your hand.
Oh, God.
Can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand. A lot.
Masvidal has to win. Everybody hates that bitch Usman. It's fate, JBH. It's karma. Become a believer.
No.
What I predict usually comes true, just like Izzy losing. Usman is going to lose.
Oh, Chubbs.
He sees these
Listen,
things.
Chubbs, I got a lot of respect for you, and I know you're a very opinionated MMA fan, but this one I have to say I can't buy into. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to let you roll on your own on this one, or actually roll with Moss on this one.
Listen, I'm jumping from the Usman train. I'm off. I need Jorge to do his job.
You're
here.
not. Here's the thing, though.
I'm out.
Here's the difference. You don't believe Masvidal is gonna win. You just
I know
need
it.
him to
No,
win for your plan to work.
I'm a believer. I just
You're
converted.
not.
I converted.
I know.
I just converted in front of everybody.
I know you.
I'm a
You
believer.
can't possibly believe that Masvidal's winning this fight.
I'm a born again.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Usman is coming off a title fight that softened his chin with little time to recover.
Yeah.
He also spent a lot of his camp time on helping Francis. The initiation of the blessed timeline is more likely than you think.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
see, look, see.
Oh my
They
god.
know.
I can't with this lunacy.
They're saying
like,
it.
am I the only one seeing how fucking crazy this all sounds? Like, this is nuts.
Too many
There's no
African
fucking
champs.
way. Like, you guys are just trolling.
Got to knock him off, man.
Moss has successfully gotten into your heads, and now you guys, you're
What do you
just you're
mean?
eating it up like candy.
These people that are donating are Jorge. They've been supporters. I just converted. They're helping me out understand this religion. Jorgeism. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get into it. You guys really want to throw up. If you don't like hype trains and circuses, well, the UFC just fucking signed this guy. So get ready, boys. You got this fucking lunatic coming in from Cage Warriors. This guy has been knocking on the door for a while. When Conor was at his peak, he was supposedly the next Conor McGregor. That's what they were saying. Unfortunately, he's not very good. But he rattled off a couple of wins, and here he is right back in the mix.
but do you think that he's going to be like a big deal in the UFC, or you think he's just going to be another
I don't
burn?
think he's that good, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I've seen him fight a bunch of times. He's not that good.
I'm not gonna get super excited. He's probably gonna be another burn. He's
But-
like
He talks shit. he does his when he comes into the cage, it is the funniest fucking thing ever because he comes into this fucking techno music or EDM music and his hair is flopping around like a Muppet. Like he's coming in like a Muppet, like a bully Muppet. It's just flopping around on the way in. It's just a complete mess.
Oh, good.
Here he comes. Patty Pimblett's here. So, hey, if Conor can't get it done again, well, you got Patty Pimblett now. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get high on this guy. I mean, congratulations to him. That's cool. He's coming in, but we've seen it so many times now that like everyone gets all hyped up about this newcomer, and then they end up being a burn just like everybody else, and everyone forgets about it.
Yeah, a couple of guys fell on their face, fell flat. Till is one of them.
Till is one of them. Yep.
But he's still hanging in there.
On the flip side, I was gonna say, I'm still a huge Till fan. Like even though he fell flat on his face, which is unfortunate, I still buy into him. So I guess if people buy into Pimblett, it's probably going to be the same thing. If he falls, then
he's
people are
decent.
still gonna
But I haven't seen. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything saying that this guy's going to be a top tier UFC guy. He's every time he was right about to be signed, he's failed. So we'll see. It would be fun though if the kid succeeds. It would actually be funny because it's another fucking nut job. You got him. You got Sean O'Malley bouncing back from a win. You know, you got these wacko personalities, which I got to say, listen, even if I don't like the fighter, I'm still interested. You know,
yeah.
I'm still in. Like Jorge Masvidal.
Well, in the story, I would assume more the story.
Yeah,
than the
I
fighter.
love it. I love the stupidity. I like to yell back and forth. If I don't like the fighter or like the fighter, I like to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I like the WrestleMania storylines, and I hate wrestling. I can't stand the WWE, but I don't mind the little soap opera shit going on as long as there's a fight intertwined. Like as long as it goes to an actual real fight. I don't want to hear the storyline and then nothing materializes. Then it's a fucking waste of all our time.
Your plan is a little bit of a waste of time.
My plan is
fair.
great. My plan is great. Conor McGregor's gonna have every belt in the fucking world.
Your plan
He's
always
gonna have
ends,
them all.
You know what? All of your plans end with Conor on top.
He always wins.
And look what happened
Connor's
against
plan
Poirier.
Too. He wins. He beats Poirier. He destroys Chandler. Right?
Yeah.
Boom. Belt again. Is that far fetched? That at least that part of the plan. Is that far fetched?
Him beating Chandler.
First, he got to beat Poirier the third time.
And then beating Chandler.
Yes.
A little bit to me. Yeah.
But is it impossible?
Not as impossible as Masvidal beating Usman and Diaz beating Edwards. But still a stretch.
Exactly. So it's the best option. So Conor getting a 155-pound belt is not impossible.
That's right? What I was saying, though, in the beginning. I was saying that it makes more sense for the first half of your plan with him getting the 155 belt. The second half of your plan is the most loony thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is this Photoshop, by the way? Did someone Photoshop tattoos in his head on someone's body here? Oh, no, it's not. You know why?
It looks real to me.
Look at this. Same size.
Oh, my God, Maz.
Oh, God. All right.
My foot was up.
Calm down, boys. Calm down. Anyway, I don't know. I think this is Photoshop, to be honest. I think this is fake.
It looks real to me.
But the comeback, on my big tits.
No, on big tits.
On big tits. Or his big tits.
He's talking about.
All right. Anyway, so that is something that is not impossible.
Yeah.
Right? So now you look at that scenario, right?
I say not impossible, but I'm still saying a huge stretch. Huge stretch.
Huger stretch is Khabib, right? That's a huge for everybody.
Khabib would be impossible.
Yeah. Okay. So Khabib is gone. We've successfully got him out of the equation. Thank God. He's gone.
Michael Chandler is an extremely tough opponent, in my opinion, for Conor McGregor.
He loses.
And we saw Poirier knock Conor out for the first time in his career.
You know what I saw? I saw Eddie Alvarez get pummeled to the mat.
He's not fighting Eddie Alvarez.
A man who had a problem with
This
Chandler.
is not Eddie Alvarez.
I mean, Chandler had a problem with. Listen. Yeah, it is. It's the same fucking guy.
No, it's
Michael
not.
You know what? It's going to be like Scooby-Doo. After Chandler gets knocked out by Conor McGregor, Conor's going to pull his mask off, and it's going to be Eddie Alvarez under there. Have you ever seen them in the same place lately together? No. Conor's going to knock out Chandler, and then the mystery machine's going to pull up. Conor's going to fucking take the mask off and be like, it's Eddie Alvarez! And then the fucking camera's going to zoom into Eddie Alvarez's face on Michael Chandler's body. And then there you go.
Yeah.
Ah, super chat.
You heard it here first.
Oh my God.
Breaking news. Godzilla vs. Kong is off. Kong got injured in camp.
Diaz steps up.
What?
Godzilla vs. Diaz in theaters.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was from VCR.
I can't wait to be part of the crowd that gets to boo Masvidal and Usman as they hug each other against the cage for 25 minutes.
Oh my goodness. You know, that's a more logical prediction. Right?
We got Chubbs coming in with the 82. Boobies!
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Fapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits.
Yes!
Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Ariel Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
Boobies.
All right, Chubbs, what do you got?
JBH, you know the triple champ will haunt you forever, that's why you don't want it. Your double champ izzy dream won't even matter then. We don't even need these fights to happen. Conor should declare himself the triple champ.
Wait.
Go down.
Wait, what does the triple champ have anything to do with Izzy being a double champ?
Bow down. What,
If-
Chubbs? Okay.
If Conor becomes triple champ, that doesn't affect Izzy in any way. Izzy's at middleweight, and if he does become triple champ, it would be at light, heavy, and heavy. So I could give a fuck about Conor being triple champ. I'm saying the plan is unlikely.
Jesse,
It doesn't make sense.
but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Your boy failed at what Conor already did already, okay? Now, if Conor does a third belt,
there's always room for improvement.
if Conor does a third belt too, right? My goodness.
Yeah.
The best ever. The best that's ever done it. Thank you, Chubbs. Thank you, everyone that donated. Make sure you hit the like button. We're looking to get to 200 likes tonight. Let's try 200 likes tonight. And if you could share this stream, that'd be great too. Give it a share. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. The wildest, ridiculous MMA show on the internet, the MMA-Holes, and the greatest community in the world in this live cell phone chat over here. Beautiful people. We have Baby Hulk coming on the show very soon. As 16 minutes away, there he is. He is the Triton Fights champion, also Street Beefs champion. This guy's a double champ over here. This guy's doing it everywhere. So Baby Hulk will be on very soon. We'll get his thoughts on the UFC situation as well. But right now we're having a conversation. A lot of scenarios here. The UFC cleverly threw together Nate Diaz versus a Leon Edwards, which completely blindsided the whole MMA community here. Fun fight. Everyone thinks, right, that most people probably think that Leon's going to win this fight, including myself. But if Nate Diaz gets the job done, well, holy shit. You have him right in the mix for a fucking welterweight title, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun. And that's what I like about it. I like fun here as Nate Diaz swooping in on his parachute. So a lot of things to talk about here tonight on the MMA-Holes.
Aw, super chat.
Next Wednesday, one championship on TNT after O.
Really? Wednesday night, one championship. Is it on at a normal time? So it's after TNT. Shit, we might have to do a Fight Buddies. Is it really?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mike Anzalone.
Michael Anzalone.
Rest in peace to the Ants. Thank you, But Why, and everyone for being very generous tonight. All wonderful, wonderful human beings. Be generous with the like right now and slap it like in the upright position in the box. Help us out. Be wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much to those donators. So this Friday is Bellator, and I'm hearing word on the street is it's free. It's on Showtime, but the YouTube channel apparently is showing the entire card from what I'm hearing. I got to look into this a little bit more. I'm hoping that this is true. If so, well, we're all going to be able to watch the fights together on Friday night. So Bellator is coming back, and if one is on at a time when we're streaming, they're saying 10 p.m., Matt? Fucking A, let's do it.
Wonderful,
Let's watch a little one championship. I'm down with that.
Edwards versus Diaz is the weirdest matchup I've ever seen. Like, who the fuck made that?
Dude, it's insane. And that's why you have to start thinking of, wait, what can happen if Nate Diaz wins? That is exactly what the UFC did. It is a weird matchup. It makes no sense. But here's why it makes sense. No one at welterweight wants to fight each other. Everyone's turning each other down. So Leon Edwards is like, yeah, I could beat this fucking guy up. But if Nate Diaz wins, there are so many options. There's so many ways that the UFC can perhaps have another BMF fight if Jorge Masvidal somehow beats Kamaru Usman. You got to think the UFC would crowbar that fight, that rematch again, or anything with Nate Diaz. They're going to try to throw at a belt because it's money. And you know Kamaru Usman. You know Kamaru Usman would love to defend his belt against Nate Diaz. I mean, I would guarantee it. Lock it up. Right? Kamaru Usman versus Nate Diaz. Don't you think that Usman would say, yes, please give me that fight?
Well, yeah, because he knows he's going to win.
Money, right? Mm-hmm. And he probably knows he's going to win. Yeah.
All right. I got to step away for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it down?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, here's what we can do. I have the page up over here, Jess. You don't have to step away. No? Okay. All right. All right, so Jesse got to step away. We're going to have Baby Hulk on at 6:48. 6:48 p.m. We're going to have Baby Hulk on the show tonight. Let's get your thoughts on this crazy scenario. If you're just jumping in, I made the path for McGregor to be right back in that mix again. But maybe Nate Diaz, who knows? Maybe Nate Diaz has a chance to be your new welterweight champ. It is nuts. It is lunacy here on the MMA-Holes. Conor sucks as Robert Brown. Okay, nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Usman would put Diaz in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Probably. Fighting a complete can on this card. That's how they build up their records. Total BS fight. Slithering back into into the title picture. That's pretty much what he's doing here. I can't argue it. That's pretty much what's happening. McGregor KOs Adesanya. MMA-Holes predicts the future every time. McNuggets is not relevant. He will never be a champ against his games you love. Well, the games you love. I know you're dying right now. A lot of the Conor McGregor haters out there, I get it. If I hated a fighter as much as some of these people hate Conor McGregor, I understand why this would really annoy you. I get it. I totally get it because you're getting force-fed a guy here who did great things. But we could all agree on that. Guy did some great things, but he hasn't done anything great in a while. So even me being a huge supporter of Conor McGregor, he hasn't done anything in a while. So the people seeing all these slippery paths back to the belt, I understand how you'd be upset. But what are you going to do? Dustin Poirier is denying and declining the title fight. Dustin Poirier would rather get paid against Conor McGregor. So you can't really kill the UFC. I mean, Dustin's like, let's just go this route. Maybe you have to put blame on Dustin too, but why would you do that? He's a great guy. It's just how the sport is right now. These big personalities, they sell. They bring the tickets, the pay-per-view buys, and now with the doors opening back up, of course they want to sell top dollar for their tickets. The UFC's trying to make some money. The fighters are going along with it, and as fans, I mean, we can complain about it, but it's what the product is right now. Ranking system pretty much out the window in almost every division. Just out the window. You got super fights. You got Izzy skipping the line, which he's a great middleweight. Could be the greatest of all time over there. But skips the line and fights Blachowicz. Like, you got guys doing super fights and just crazy stuff. This is the UFC right now. So in the chat, I want to know, what do you think about the state of the UFC? Are you bummed out? Does this suck? Do you wish it went back to the old days? What's going on? Dana agrees Dustin deserves a payday, and he does. And I can't kill Dustin Poirier for taking the big money fight, especially after he just smoked Conor McGregor. If Stipe beat Francis again, I think Dana would have had a breakdown. Well, I mean, they got options now. Even if Stipe would have won that fight, they could have done Stipe versus Bones. And that's a whole nother situation. I want to jump in real quick before we get our friend, the Baby Hulk, on. I'm a bully boy loser, mate. It's awesome right now, says Chubbs. I like it too, man. Listen, I know some people don't like the circus. But let me be clear to you guys. When I got into this sport, Brock Lesnar was a guy that my friend was trying to get me, hey, you got to watch the UFC. Brock Lesnar. So, that kind of sucked me in, and then The Ultimate Fighter got me into it. Now, if you think about it, it was The Ultimate Fighter that got me into the sport, right? And that's a reality show. Chael Sonnen was another one versus Anderson Silva. He was the guy that got me into it. So I liked it. I liked the trash talk. That was what introduced me as a super casual fan back in the day, and I'm still a casual fan because I love it. I love the circus. So I'm never going to not love that. Is it fair to the ranking system? No. The purists out there probably want to throw up. But this is the UFC. They're making a lot of money. The fighters are making a lot of money now, so be it. I just want to see, at the end of the day, we want to see competitive fights, right? Dana paying Nate so he can make Leon a star. That's the only thing that makes sense here. And yeah, it's another thing. If Leon beats Nate Diaz, which he should, right? On paper, he should. Then yeah, people know who Leon Edwards is. The people the casuals out there that are Nate Diaz fans and they see him get smoked by Leon. Yeah, it worked for Jorge. Think about it. Jorge beating up then again, it already happened with Askren and Till. But still, that BMF thing it completely catapulted him, right? He's picking and choosing his fights now. Leon is ducking everybody. And I guess you can get on Leon Edwards as well. But how could you get on a guy that knows he can beat, Nate Diaz and get a huge payday at the same time? I can't kill Leon for that.
Robot 12.
Joe B with the 30. Yes.
Proper Irish whiskey.
Proper.
Yes. Proper 12.
Shout out to Joe B, baby.
King Kong got nothing on me. I'm back. Foot the Mayweathers.
Yeah, Joe B with the $30 donation. Thank you so much, my man. Joe B rocking that $30 donation. Thank you so much. We're 6 minutes away from the Baby Hulk coming on the show. I'm going to play this quick break from our sponsors here, Head Rush and all the other boys and girls that are affiliated with the MMA-Holes. When we come back from this break...
Wonderful.
Hold on, DVSV.
Let's not forget about Kevin Holland getting a title shot after beating Vettori and triple champ Conor coming up to take Holland's belt.
Now, I did mention Kevin Holland. That's another fight that makes absolutely no sense. The Conor thing, well, you never know, right? Maybe triple champ does that too. That makes no sense too. They want their stars to get opportunities. Kevin Holland looked like shit against Derek Brunson. I said this before. And what happened here? Now he has an opportunity to skip the line again. It's crazy, man. This is the UFC. All right, we'll be right back. Right after the break, we're going to bring in the Baby Hulk coming on the show. It's going to be wild tonight. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button and stand by. We'll be right back. Nice leg kick by Adesanya. Here, scoot yourself over so you're seen. Oh! Oh shit! Whittaker dropped! Whittaker dropped! Oh my god!
I made this thing from the very beginning. From the moment this fight was announced, everybody fucking shit on me. You guys fucking told me that Whittaker was gonna win. You said if he didn't win, I had one chance. You said that he was a fucking actor.
Oh my god, Jesse's going crazy! Jesse's going crazy!
I fucking said it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow, Jess, calm down, man. Whew, Jesse's losing her mind. Welcome back to the show, guys. And check out our sponsors. We have all the links in the description down below for all that stuff. Thank you to all the likes over there. And let's do this. So Jon Jones, want to talk about this before we get Baby Hulk on. Jon Bones Jones going back and forth with the UFC, with Francis Ngannou. And if we can give a quick synopsis of what's going on with that, Jesse, we'll roll right into...
Yeah.
It's just fucking nuts, man.
So basically, to sum things up, Francis Ngannou does say that he wants Jon Jones, but he's also willing to take the Derek Lewis rematch. Jon Jones says $8 to $10 million is way too low for the Francis Ngannou fight. $8 to $10 million. He isn't getting back into the octagon without a hefty payday. Based on Jones's recent comments, it doesn't seem like Dana White is anywhere near the pound-for-pound GOAT asking price. Jones sent out a series of tweets Wednesday saying UFC's $8 to $10 million offer for his next fight is way too low. He tweeted out, quote, "I had a brief phone meeting with the UFC's lawyer, Hunter, a few days ago. As of right now, I expressed to him that anywhere around $8 to $10 million would be way too low for a fight of this magnitude. That's all that has been discussed so far." He followed that up with, "I've been working my ass off for years, concussions, surgeries, fighting the toughest competition UFC had to offer throughout my 20s for right around $2 million per fight. I'm just trying to have my payday, the fight that all of us fighters believe is one day possible." And then he followed it up with another tweet saying, "I tweeted, 'Show me the money,' and that evidently pissed off the boss. What a learning lesson. I feel like if Conor would have sent that same tweet, there would have been a whiskey night." Jones presumed his presumed next fight would be against Francis Ngannou, who won the UFC heavyweight championship at UFC 260 with a second-round knockout of Stipe Miocic. Jones has been adding weight in anticipation of leaving the light heavyweight division to fight heavyweights. Jones is 26-1 in his career, with his lone loss to Matt Hamill and his no contest against Daniel Cormier both coming because of his own mistakes. He was disqualified against Hamill for illegal elbows, and his win over Cormier was thrown out over a positive drug test. A head-to-head bout against Ngannou would be one of the most anticipated fights in UFC history.
Okay, so Jon Jones going around. And by the way, this is actually pretty funny over here. Derek Lewis jumping in and throwing his 2 cents. What did Derek Lewis say?
He said, "I'll fight for, I'll fight for $8 million." Shit.
Fucking Derek Lewis, man.
Yeah.
This dude is freaking hilarious.
And Jon Jones replied, he said, "I bet he would, but he doesn't have 15 championship defenses and this and that." And like, he was just like kind of throwing it all.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Trashing Lewis.
Shit. So Derek Lewis says he would take that's so funny, man. Listen, $10 million's a lot of money. That is absolutely a lot of money. Well, good?
Not yet. So I saw a tweet, and I can't remember who posted it, but there was a tweet that went out there that said numbers, then people would be more...
Yeah, just lower the quality real quick. We out?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Are we out?
I don't know.
Hold on. Should I shut it down and go back on?
Yep, we're out.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because... Hey, guys. We're back. All right. That was fucking weird. That was fucking bizarre. But, yeah. Okay. Anyway. That was really fucking weird. Hit me with the ones in the chat if everything's all good.
Oh, what a night.
Is that... Hold on. Can you refresh that?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a weird fucking night. All right. Let's get thank you for the ones there. Thank you.
I'm getting like stress sweats.
This is fucking stupid. So if you knew, if you only knew, guys. If you only fucking knew what we got to do here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chubbs.
Bones needs his phone taken away. He is sounding like a real fool right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's really weird. The only good thing that he's doing is he's keeping himself relevant. People are still talking about him, so that's good. But I don't know, bad publicity, good publicity. Like, it's just it's getting to the point where it's like, yeah, we're still talking about him, but it's just like it's getting real cringy. I put a tweet out on my Twitter account. I don't even know what my Twitter account is. What is it? What's my fucking Twitter account?
Moss Mystic?
Is it Moss Mystic?
Yeah.
I think it is.
How do you not know your own Twitter
I don't
account?
even know I don't even know. I don't tweet myself.
Oh.
What happened?
Yeah, you don't have a...
Yeah, I can't fucking do this anymore. So we're having a ton... we're trying to keep it on the down low, but we're having a fucking shit ton of technical difficulties here. All right, so here at Moss Mystic... Yeah, that's me. Okay. Let's see.
What?
No, I was just tweeting out about how 2021 has been the year of weird fighter tweets.
Yeah.
Like, it's been real strange, right?
At the end of 2020, it's kind of when it started, in fairness. I think, maybe you're right.
Sterling has been bizarre with his
like
handling.
manic, not fighter tweets, like manic episodes.
Yeah. It's strange.
2021 is the year of manic episodes.
I guess because we're dealing with this pandemic still. Everyone's losing their mind. And then these people got to fucking fight each other in the cage.
And then deal with a whole community on top of it.
Yeah, then knuckleheads saying, you suck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get Baby Hulk on here. I apologize for being late. Let's get Baby Hulk involved in the show here. Triton Fights
Baby
champion. Okay. The Triton Fights champ. We're getting him in. Let's see if we can get him on board here. Ba-ba. Baby Hulk took the belt. 125-pound. And here we go.
Ta-da!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got him. The Baby Hulk back in business over here. What up, Baby Hulk? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Yo, my head's not cut off this time. I learned.
Ah, yes. That is wonderful, wonderful. Wow, you look like a champion.
Man, a champion. I don't... But... So, come on now. Well, hey, guys. I hope this isn't weird. Like, my girlfriend, she's a little new, and she doesn't really know what I'm doing. She just wants to come, like, pop her head in real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
She's so new, man.
This is weird. Okay, let's see. Let's way to meet his girlfriend. Oh, you sly dog, you! Oh my God! Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh yeah, she's love of my life right now.
Oh, she is gorgeous. And how did you guys meet?
We actually met at the fight, surprisingly. She gave me that little eye, and I knew we were meant to be.
It is. I mean, you guys, I see big things for the two of you. I mean, This is unbelievable stuff. You met her this weekend in Florida. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Look at her.
We're already matching. That's crazy.
Oh my God, you guys are meant for each other. Triton Fights, and you get to keep her. That's great. You don't have to give her back. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. This is exciting news to see you get the win here. Dominating performance at Triton Fights. Tell us about, let's go back, okay? So here we are. I'm going to show a little bit of you walking in. I want to know what was going through your mind here as you're about ready to compete for this big belt at Triton Fights. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, this is your opponent. Screw this guy. Get out of the way, buddy. Get this guy out of here, man. We don't have this guy on the show. We only have champions here, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll put you on in a second. All right, here we go. So now, the lights are going. Looks like a very crowded house over here. What was it like here as, you're standing in the hallway, getting ready to enter this cage?
Oh, dude, it's actually crazy. We got there, early, and we were the co-main event, so we got to see a couple fights before mine. And I just told my corner, I was so excited, man. Like, the lights, the environment, the smoke, seeing all the other guys compete before me, I was just so hyped and so excited to be there.
Looked like they had lightsabers on the side. I mean, Triton Fights always has a great production, and it looks like they did it again. They rolled out the freaking red carpet for you. What was the nerves like? Not the nerds. What the fuck? Did I just say nerd?
The nerds.
What were those nerds like? No, what were your nerves?
The nerds are always great. You know how they do. Literally, this was like one of the first time I was. Of course, it's still like nerves and everything, but it was just like an excitement thing. It had been a couple months since I competed, and just being on this big platform with, you know, this setup, it just made me so excited to really. And a lot of the people were fans of your boy, so during the fights you get him, baby Hulk, baby. So all that just, you know, like lit a fire under me. So I had a great time. That's amazing. And you get the job done here. The feeling when they wrap the belt around your waist. I mean, this has happened before. You and Street Beefs over there. Yes, this is just another day at the office, right? I mean, this one definitely felt a lot more special. I can't lie. To really, you know, be on their platform. And shout out to Chris again. He puts on a great show. He takes care of his fighters, and he does it the right way. So it felt amazing. Hey, there goes my boy. There he is, Chris Machi. He's a character on this show. Everyone loves him over here. They call him the Forehead, but he is quite the promoter. Quite the promoter. And the ladies' man. By the way, I saw you guys, there was some clips, some evidence of you guys having a great time at the after party, but then they vanished. I don't know, did this really happen here? I see you, you know, with the belt and the shirts open, the whole deal over here. What's going on? How is this after party? Oh, man. If you think about how their shows are, their after party is that, like, times two. It was nuts. Like, we were in VI. Like, I told Chris in the middle of it, I was like, yo, you make me feel like I'm a rapper. Man, they had like bottle service. They had like the freaking streamers. They had girls everywhere.
Wow.
I literally felt like I was in the music video. It was like the coolest thing. My friends who, like my corner who came with me, I think they might have had even more fun than me. So we had a great time. So you brought all the boys back to the after party. Oh, of course, man. You know you gotta bring your team with you. That's awesome here. And here you are raising the belt over here. Check it out next to our friend Kendall. Look at you. I mean, you look good as a champion over here, getting the job done. This is amazing. By the way, Kendall, funny story. We were talking to her after the fight, and she's hanging out with Merab Dvalishvili, the UFC fighter over there. I seen that. I think they get a little frisky in the bedroom, those two. I don't know, David. What's going on? You have any stories at the after party that you'd like to share with us? Nah. I mean, just after party things. Nothing too crazy happened. Beautiful women, though. Man, oh man, all grinding their butts on you. I mean, that must have felt amazing. Yeah, it definitely felt good. I'm not going to lie. Well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with David Wilson, Baby Hulk _23, the Triton Fights champion over here. Got the belt, Street Beefs champion, doing it all here. So you're saying that this was a very high moment in your career over here. Do you think this is higher than the Street Beefs if you compare the two? Yeah, just personally, because when I went to Street Beefs, I really had no... I guess I would say goal or like any expectations of it. I was just doing it to get fights. Once I went viral and, I got a good following, I still didn't expect too much from it. I was really just getting experience. But with here, I felt like for me to take my steps into becoming like a true martial artist and really trying to, grow my name in the sport, I have to be a part of a promotion like this. So it was added pressure, but pressure that I just thrive on. So now, how are you looking to turn it around quick? Are you looking to compete again, or are you looking to defend the belt in Triton Fights? You guys talk about that yet? Oh yeah, we mentioned it like in the midst of like partying and everything. First things first, I have a fight May 8th, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. That's going to be on Derek Brunson's card. I fought there a couple times already, so I'm eager to get back into it. I love to stay active. I know Triton is having another fight in Florida in June. Mm-hmm. fingers crossed that your boy might be on that. Knock on wood, no injuries happen in this May 5th card, and I could just turn around and go back to Triton. That would be awesome. But I gotta get this one done first. See how the body feels. See how my coaches feel, and then we'll kind of go from there.
So, I mean, I'm assuming you didn't take much damage here. I mean, if you're literally fighting in a couple of weeks, this is pretty wild. Can you tell us something about this fight? Your opponent over here, who are you facing?
I don't know him. He's a debut fighter. Okay. So I'm 2-1. He's going to be 0-0. I don't know anything about him, but
wow.
At this juncture, man, Emmys, like, you just fight anybody.
Yeah.
I'm here to get experience. I'm actually really thankful that was a 5-round fight, because that's a bunch of experience that I could take into my next fight, and just ready to get back in there, man. After that one, I got the itch so much more. Like, I was literally I took Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, and I was right back in there Wednesday.
We're live with the Baby Hulk. There he is, raising his belt, getting the job done at Triton Fights. Absolutely amazing stuff over here, Mr. Baby Hulk. Now, I mean, you're saying that you do not know your next opponent. I couldn't even imagine getting ready for someone. You don't even know the height, the reach, his style. Like, you have no clue here. How do you stay focused for something like this? You just basically say, okay, I'm just going to stay in tremendous shape?
Yeah, when I turn it around this fast, it's literally just staying healthy. My weight is fine. I think I'm only about 10 to 9 pounds over right now. So my weight's really good. It's just staying healthy. I'm already in fight shape. So, just keeping the intensity right, but not getting hurt, because if you kind of run yourself into the ground, you can deal with injuries. So it's just staying healthy, eating right, and just staying consistent. And I'll just walk in there just like Saturday.
I see you have your friend back. Is that the same friend that you had the last time on the show? Your companion over? What do we got here? I see something.
Oh yeah. Apparently he knows when you guys call, and he just wants to be a part of it. So.
He's so cute.
Now, did you walk out with him? Did you have him in your hands when you walked out, or not?
Apparently, it was some with dogs couldn't be allowed. I didn't want, there was smoke and everything, and I didn't want his little lungs to inhale that, so we had to keep him home.
Now, this looked like a pretty packed event over there. What happened? What was the deal with the COVID situation? Was Florida's kind of like, hey, wear a mask, not wear, do whatever the hell you want, right? Pretty much?
Yeah, Florida is exactly like that. It's like enter at your own risk, I guess. But for the most part, people, follow the rules. There was, masks. You had to have masks to get in. I wore a mask in the back. I mean, we didn't have to wear a mask because, all the fighters were in the back. But when we got there, all of that stuff. So they kept it pretty safe. Now, after party, there wasn't a lot of masks going around. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I was watching some of the videos like, wow, man, this is a great time. It's refreshing to see people get back to normal life. It's so nice to see that. So the fact that you got to party and let loose over there, hopefully everyone's okay. I'm sure everyone's going to be fine. But it's just nuts.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, by the way? What do you got there in that glass?
Oh, so I'm not quite back on my diet yet, so I can finally have sweet tea again. That's a huge thing in the country. I love sweet tea. I had to cut it out for my training camp, so I finally was able to get some more sweet tea.
And what was your meal after the fight? What did you decide to throw into your face after that big victory?
What did we eat right at? Oh, we before we went out to the after party, we went to Hooters.
Oh, nice.
We went to Hooters. Yeah, it was nice. It was definitely good. Your boy had some wings, some jalapeno poppers, stuff like that. Had a soda. So it was really good. Actually, right after the weigh-ins, we had family dinner. My dad was there. My uncle was there. We went to Olive Garden. So that was really good. That's kind of like my peace before the fight. I love being around friends and family because it kind of just relaxes me.
Yeah.
I'm the type of guy, if I'm around my friends and family, I just kind of feel at peace because they make me happy.
Well, that's nice to hear over there, and I'm glad that you came back unscathed. You had a delicious Hooters meal, which I'm very jealous of. Florida and Hooters. I remember going to Florida, and the Hooters there is like on steroids. I don't know what it is. It's so freaking good, man. You haven't been to Florida, right?
No.
Oh, you got to go to a Florida. You got to go. Maybe the next Triton fights, we'll find our way over there, and we'll join you guys for some Hooters.
Definitely Tampa. Tampa was really great.
Mm-hmm. And how about the women there, right? I mean, not only in the club, but I mean, Jesus, what are we talking about here?
I mean, I was swiping on my Tinder. Apparently they show your boy a lot of love out there, so definitely got to go back to Tampa.
You're pretty famous. I was looking around over here. I'm looking at your Instagram. You're a pretty famous guy. Yeah, like you're a celebrity here. I mean, you got the following. I'm sure the place is really buzzing, and your Instagram is always popping. A lot of support over there. How do you keep it cool? How do you keep it chill and not let it get to your head?
Well, my coach, he does a great job of, like, we just joke around. Like, when I'm at the gym, I'm just another regular guy. We joke with each other. We kind of make fun of each other. So that kind of really keeps me humble. And it's just really not seeing yourself as that guy. Like, I've been told multiple times, hey, man, you're famous. I'm like, I don't view myself like that. I view myself as the same humble guy that I'm always in. I guess the fame doesn't affect me because I don't let it affect me. I don't see myself as famous.
It's pretty, and I got to say this, seeing your family get together too. I'm going to show a picture of the whole fam together. This is awesome. What a shot here. Now, is this at JFK or is this in Florida?
Now, this is, that's the Tampa Bay, that's the Tampa airport.
Okay, and that's the whole fam. So who we got here? We got Pops. Who we got here? Who's in this picture?
Yeah, you could definitely tell that's my Pops because we're the same height.
Well, you might have a little bit more height on him.
My dad was a bodybuilder for like 30 years, so that dude's huge.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys both are in great shape. How old's your pop?
My dad is like fucking like 63.
And look at him. Look at his arms. He's got good forearms. Look at this guy.
That's where I get it from, man. I inherited it. But we got my dad on the right, my cousin right above me, and my uncle right to the side of me. Nobody in my family has seen me like compete live, like, well, not since like high school, since I wrestled. So, and it's not by, therefore I'm still like really new in the sport, and I'm not when I want y'all to come, I want to be really good and I want to put on a show for y'all. So I was always kind of weird about them coming, but he was so adamant about coming, and my uncle was so adamant about coming. I'm like, and I'm so glad they was able to be there and share that moment with me.
That must have been a great feeling, huh? You got the belts, you got the whole fam. It doesn't get better than that. That's awesome. Great to hear. Now, your merch. Where can we find your merch? You got some pretty cool merch over there. I was checking it out. I'm not sure who designed this thing, but I see people. It's flying off the shelves. How can the MMA-Holes buy your merch?
Yo, you could go to my Instagram. It's in the link in the bio. You could go to my Facebook. There's post. I'm going to be posting about it for the weeks to come. And just cop those shirts, black, white. My sister really helped me out with like the distribution. So a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people have hit me up and already ordered these shirts, and it feels really good for people, to show so much support, because I put a lot of work into this, and the fact that people spend their hard-earned money for my shirts, it just makes me feel like so blessed.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say spend their hard-ons on it. I was going to say, whoa, hey, easy.
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about nerds. You're talking about hard-ons. What's going on here?
Once you buy that shirt, you can do whatever you want with it.
Just masturbate on it, yeah. But yeah, that's actually a pretty cool design. I was checking it out. I like the little smile that they put on there. It really captures who you are as a personality and a fighter. It's really cool. Hell yeah,
man. Like my really good friend from college, his girlfriend is actually in sports media, and she does like all the designs for sports teams and companies. So I got it with her, and she gave me a couple of the designs, and as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yo, that's me. That's like my signature sign, the smile. She got my dreads. I'm like, it's perfect. Yes. So I just rocked with that, and people seem to really like it. So
you're the first person I had on here that I actually was like, yo, check out their merch. Actually, that really stands out. Yeah. It's really cool stuff. So go cop a shirt. Anyway, let's talk about this, David. I'm so happy and proud to have you here as a champion on the MMA Holes. I feel honored to be in your presence. But we got to talk. Nate Diaz is going to be fighting Leon Edwards. Completely blindsided me. And I got to get your opinion on this. This is nuts. Like, now, I went on a whole rant to start this show saying the possibilities are endless right now. Nate Diaz is this close to a welterweight title shot, which is nuts. What do you think about this with Leon?
Honestly, I'm I'm happy for two reasons. One, because, man, did Leon need to catch a break? Oh, you want to get it? Did Leon need to catch a break, man, with COVID, with him losing the Woodley fight, with him being out so long, with none of like the top 5 guys wanting to fight him, and then finally getting a fight, and then it ended with that crazy eye poke. I felt so bad for him. So for this fight to come out of nowhere, honestly, he's the favorite as he should be. Like, he's a killer. Nate really doesn't do that good at 170, and this is going to be a big payday for him. So I'm really happy that Leon gets this opportunity. I'm always happy when Nate Diaz decides to fight. So this is unexpected, but so happy that it's happening.
I mean, I think a lot of people are leaning towards Leon, thinking Leon's going to get the job done here. But, I mean, the opportunity of somehow Nate Diaz getting a win is hilarious to me. I think it's great. It's so much fun. And Leon getting a payday, he does deserve it. This guy, he's been in the business for a while now. He has gotten the shaft, like you said. So why not throw him Nate Diaz, see what happens here. And a lot of possibilities, which is beautiful. We're talking about Conor McGregor here now, too. Now, a lot of people are rumbling, hey, if Nate Diaz wins this fight and somehow beats, the winner of Usman and Masvidal, we could do a trilogy up there. And then Conor comes up and could be a triple champion and all this crazy stuff here. David, is this too much? Is this too much of a circus that the UFC's doing, or do you like this stuff?
No, honestly, I'm pretty sure Dana White is thinking what you're thinking, and God, if that happened, he would just explode in his pants. Like, that would be the greatest thing for him if he could get like the trilogy for the welterweight title, and then in the same instant get rid of Usman as a champion. Oh man, Dana would be so happy. But man, this is really good because it captures, like you said, it captures everybody's imagination. If Nate wins, then does he get a title shot? Leon wins, does he get a title shot? What happens for Nate? Like, is Conor gonna come up and fight Nate at 170 again? Like, so it opens up so many things, which is really good because I feel like this will kind of motivate the rest of the welterweights to do something, because Colby doesn't want to fight Leon. It seems like Masvidal doesn't want to fight anybody but Usman. So it's like really log jammed up there. So this can kind of shake some things up for the welterweight division.
100%. Yeah, these guys, if you snooze, you lose. You don't want to jump in, Nate Diaz will fly in and skip the line.
Exactly.
It's crazy. And then poor guys like Wonder Boy are getting the shaft left and right. Wonder Boy they just look past him constantly. It's nuts, man. It's really crazy.
It's because he's so nice, man. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. Now, did you see the fights? I know it happened the same time as what was going on with you guys, but did you get a chance to catch the replay of what happened with Ngannou and Stipe Miocic? What'd you think?
Dude, oh man, definitely caught that. I actually caught it. We were out, and somebody was like, Ngannou knocked out Stipe. I'm like, oh my God, really? And when I went back and watched it, yo, I'll be the first one to admit, I thought Stipe would have had it just like the first one, but Ngannou's wrestling looked really, really good. So strong. And man, that power, man, if he even like touches you, you're going down. And yo, shout out to him, because that is such a great story from where he came from, losing to Stipe, having that really bad fight with Lewis, and then just killing everybody on his way back to the title, and then finally winning the title. And it seemed like he kind of lost his way. He kind of got big-headed, and then he like became humble again. So, and he's such a nice guy, and dude, he's a fucking monster. Like that looks like your heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh
so,
yeah,
I mean, be more happy for
the UFC's got to be thrilled. And how could you not want to? How could you not get pumped up for a Francis Ngannou fight as an MMA fan, or as any combat sports fan. Jesse's falling in love here. You got your.
He's just staring at you.
Just chilling over there.
He just looking. He's like, who's that giving you all that attention?
Yeah, look at this dog. He's like, well, he's competing with that belt too. I mean, he's like, hey, hold on a second. Yeah, so Ngannou now is the king of the heavyweights, and it's just a monstrous figure up there. So that's fun to watch. And then you got the whole African championship, like with Usman and Izzy. It's great for the UFC. Absolutely great. Love to see those three on a card together in Africa. A mega super crazy.
That would blow up.
Great, right? Wouldn't that be insane? It's funny because it's weird. Ngannou surprisingly doesn't bring super pay-per-view numbers, which is insane to me. And then you got Usman, the same thing, who's he could be the best welterweight of all time, and Izzy, who probably does the best of the bunch, but still doesn't get like Conor and Khabib numbers like that, which is nuts to me. But if you put all three on the same card, I mean, you have something that's really special, you know? So that would be nice if they put that together. But unfortunately, Nate Diaz is going to beat Kamaru Usman. And what? No.
Right? Wait. I know this was a couple weeks ago, and I know this is your boy. But did I not tell you, Wilmington's own, North Carolina's own, Derek Brunson? Did I not come on the show and say he was going to win?
I stand corrected. You called it, man. That was amazing. Derek Brunson looked great.
Yeah, dude, we were so happy for him. So, like, I know people were kind of talking about, man, that's what he does. He talks. Like, I don't know if you can tell him to focus it. Like, if that's how a fighter, you know, deals with anything, like, he talks. Derek was just, if he didn't talk, he just would have, you know, got beat up quietly. But Derek's the beast. He's been a beast for years. He's with a great coach and a great team out in Stanford. And then what? He's not afraid. He called out COSTA, one of the scariest guys in the division. He's really trying to make that push. He shedded that stigma of being a gatekeeper, and now he wants to be a contender.
Well, he made a statement that night, and Kevin Holland, I don't know what the hell was going on with him, but that's him. You know, like, I think he needed that. I think Kevin Holland needed a fight like that where the fans really got on him. You know, he kind of shit the bed. He could come back and, you know, tighten things up.
Oh,
you know?
no problem.
For sure.
Definitely he can.
But now you have Vettori. You have Vettori without a dance partner, and it looks like Kevin Holland's right back in the mix again, which is if
he wins that, what? Then everybody forgets about that Derek fight.
It's nuts how the UFC is. Do you think that a guy like Derek Brunson should try to find a way to take that fight? Do you think he should try? I mean, I don't know if he could even make the weight, but should he try to swoop in and not let that happen because he can get bypassed once again?
Honestly, if his weight's good and, you know, health and everything, if he didn't blow up, definitely. Like, a lot of people say, you know, man, you should have a full camp and, you know, you're taking it. Dude, that's how sometimes it works. Like, if you jump on opportunities, then, you know, the UFC works with you. You do them a favor. They owe you. If he could swing it, I would love for him to take that fight. And it just really sucks because I'm a huge Darren Till fan, and Darren Till has dealt with some injuries. He got hurt by, like, Whitaker in their fight. And it always seems like a long time in between his fights. And it just sucks that he has to deal with another injury.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, that guy, he's got a weird career. The only thing that's good about him is he's always relevant. Even when he's injured or not fighting or even off a loss, he's funny as all hell. You know, and people are backing him, and I think no matter what, I think his mouth is always going to keep him in the game. So he'll bounce back. I don't know. I'm not optimistic on him beating guys like Izzy. I mean, do you think he could beat an Israel Adesanya?
Honestly, man, like, his striking is so high level, and that chess match with, you know, Rob, it really showed that he's right there. Honestly, I don't think he could beat Izzy, but he would always kind of be in that top 5. And, you know, maybe Izzy loses to somebody, and then Till could beat that guy, like, stylistically, because he's such a great striker. But he's always going to be in that top 5. I feel like he's just so good.
There we go. It's David Wilson chiming in. Baby Hulk _23, the Triton Fights champion, the Street Beefs champion as well. This guy does it all. He does it all over here live on the MMA-Holes. We have a couple of donations, people that want to speak to you here. So hold on.
Wonderful.
All right, here's the glove touch.
I live in Myrtle Beach. It'll be at your next fight.
There you go. The glove touch will be there. Next fight.
Hey, yo, shout out. Yo, Dirty Myrtle, we're going to be in there May 8th. I can't wait. I really can't.
Glove touch is a great supporter of the show. We have another one coming in here. It's from Matt.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. And there's Nate. Okay.
Yo, baby Hulk. I'm a big fan.
He's a big fan.
Yo, thank you. Yo, it's crazy that when people tell me they're fans of me, I'm like, yo, that's fucking nuts.
How many pictures did you have to take at that Triton Fights event? Were people like swarming you?
Yo, it was so dope. Like, actually, one of my favorite stories from it was after the fights, we were in the back, you know, celebrating with the team. And this guy from New York, I knew he was from New York because of his accent. So he came in. He had his two little sons with him. They had to be like no more than like 8 to 10 years old. And he's like, yo, the kids are really big fans. And the dad was like, I've never heard of you. But my kids were like, yo, that's Baby Hulk. They watch all your fights and everything. They want to come back here and meet you. So I'm like, of course, you know, I took pictures with them and everything. And I actually, my dad had bought like some of my shirts, right? So I ran out, grabbed some of the shirts for him, gave it to him. I passed out like freaking like 10 shirts. I gave Chris one. I gave a bunch of people out there, a couple other kids there. So just giving back for the people who support me. I just love that, man. I take time, sign shirts, take pictures. It means the world to me, honestly.
That is awesome. Seriously, especially when the kids are coming up to you. Then you know you did it because you're not like, you don't have like 60-year-old people like our audience, right, Jesse, where the 60-year-olds are taking pictures. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. No, but that's cool, man. You got the young generation watching you, and that's who you want watching you. You want people to look up to you. And here you go, being a role model. Did you ever think you'd be a role model?
No, did I ever think? No, but I'm one of those people, you know, when a celebrity gets in trouble or something and they like, well, I'm not a role model. Like, why your kids shouldn't be looking at me for that type of stuff. Honestly, I feel the exact opposite, man. I would love to be a role model. I want to live my life to where people, not just kids, but people can look at me and be like, hey, yo, that's a great guy. I like how he moves, his demeanor, like he's a good person. I want that, man. I feel like more people, especially in the fight game, dude, it should be like good people who like people look up to and want to emulate. Because that's what, like, when I grew up, I wanted to emulate people like Frankie Edgar, who was a great family man. People like Dustin Poirier, Ben Henderson. Like, these guys outside of the cage are like great human beings. They doing wonderful things, whether it's in their communities, donations, anything like that. So for me to be somebody like that people could look up to, I would love that.
Now, David Wilson, I have the big question. I saw someone in the chat jump in on this. Did you see Kong versus Godzilla?
No, not yet. So we were in Tampa, right? And we were right by a movie theater. And we were like, yo, we're going to see it. Yo, they had no Saturday, no Sunday listing. They actually had like a freaking Wednesday listing. But I have not seen it. I know it just dropped. I'm going to have to get my boys like HBO account because I'm a huge Godzilla fan.
Yeah, after the stream, no joke, we're running to watch Godzilla and King Kong. We're watching it. Who's your prediction? Who wins?
Of course, Godzilla should win, but they're going to do some wonky way where freaking Kong might, get a couple of good shots in. But Godzilla should win. Like, he's the king of the monsters.
So you're rooting for Godzilla, correct?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, there we go. You heard it here. David Wilson, the baby Hulk, Godzilla for the win. The champion of Triton Fights coming back on the show. I appreciate you coming back on. And now's the time if you'd like to shout anything out. The floor is yours.
Hey, guys. Actually, thank you guys for having me back on. I've actually, whenever you guys go live, I try to catch it if I'm not at practice. Yo, you guys' followers are so funny, so wild. I like all your different. I seen violence. That was crazy. I've seen some of your other. I didn't know what they were, but they were super catchy, and I was kind of, slowly getting into it. Like, I really like you guys. I like all the live shows.
Thank you.
I love the interactions with the supporters and everything. So thank you for having me. If you haven't followed me, go follow me, BabyHulk_23. I think we're at like 15.2, which is like 0.1 away from my teammate Jamie Pick, who's in the UFC. I'm coming for you, Jamie. I'm going to have more followers than you. I'm going to be bigger than you. It's over. I'm taking everything you work for.
Those are fighting words over there. Well, I hope you win. I'm on Team Baby Hulk right now. Well,
Shout out to my actually there is a couple things. My head coach Joe Selecki, he is actually fighting Jim Miller on the April card in the UFC. My boy Jamie Pickett is fighting that May card on the UFC, and hopefully, you know, my head coach John Salter will be. They better give my man a title shot. He's the #1 ranked guy in Bellator. Nobody else makes sense. So hopefully, all of us salty dogs are getting a win this year.
Hell yeah, man! Looking forward to seeing all your fellow teammates compete, and congratulations once again to David Wilson getting the big dub. Triton fights. Really exciting stuff. And if you want to watch the Triton fights, I got a message from Machi. It looks like on their website they're replaying the fight card, so we can go check it out again if you'd like to. If you've missed it, check out Baby Hulk Smash in the Cage of Triton fights. David Wilson, thank you again for coming on, and looking forward to chatting soon.
Thank you. Hey, all you guys, hit up Chris on Instagram. Tell him to drop my fight on YouTube. Like, message him, DM him, everything, because I definitely want to see that, and I know a lot of my friends and family want to see it too.
You know what? We should do something. I'm going to reach out to him too. We should do a stream where we react to the fight again, live over here on this channel as well.
I would love that.
You know what? Let me ask you a question. I'll ask you right now. If Machi okays this, would you like to come on the show and talk to us as the fight's going on? Maybe we could all watch it together.
Of course I would. I love being on the show. You guys always have great energy. I will love that.
Right? What do you think? That'd be fun.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we got to set that up. David, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. You have a great day.
All right, there he is, David Wilson, Baby Hulk _23. Check him out on Instagram. He's killing it, man. He's killing it. Very happy he got the win, and I think that's a good idea, right? Let's see if we can get that going over here. That'd be a lot of fun. I kind of put Chris on the spot now. He's like, God damn it. All right, what do you guys in the chat think of David Wilson? I thought he had some good insight, too, on what's going on here. Oh, yeah, Chris just texted. I guess Chris is watching. Chris just texted. He said, yes, yes, and more yes for the reaction recap. All right, let's do it, baby. I think that'd be fun. We'll do a devoted night just to that. We'll spotlight Triton fights. We'll watch it together. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you'll be in attendance for that. Get the Baby Hulk back on, talking about what was going through his mind in the fight, and I think that'd be great.
Leo England dropping the wonderful, wonderful Uncle Champ. Call Me 4 says, yay, about better with wonderful, wonderful. Frumsha says, that's his girl. Yeah, he brought his girl on onto the interview.
She's pretty hot.
Great guy. Looking forward to the reaction show, says Matt Stone. Uncle Chrome says, I just want to know if his feet was touching the floor.
It doesn't matter. He's the champ. Champ does whatever he wants. He can touch the floor. He doesn't have to touch the floor.
Glove touch dropping the ones. Call Me Force with the one. Joseph Sage, Bailey Wright, Joe B, Trippin' Hippie, Bout Better, and Phil Starr, all dropping the ones. Hulk is a star, says Bout Better. He is. Yes.
He is a wonderful, wonderful guy. Real nice guy. Seriously, really nice guy, and an easy guy to root for. So looking forward to seeing what is in store for the future of Baby Hulk. By the way, Kong versus Godzilla, we will be watching it after the stream. Very excited about that. Let's roll through the rest of this news. You have anything?
Can I pee first?
Yeah, go take a fucking piss.
I'm pregnant, Mom.
Go take a prego piss. All right, so Bellator is coming up this weekend. Bellator 255, and it looks like from what we're seeing, it seems like it's free. I'm hoping it is. They're doing this free. A one-off here to get people to subscribe to Showtime, which is their new home. So it's Pitbull versus Sanchez. Not sure if you guys are Bellator fans, but a guy with a last name that's pretty famous, Neiman Gracie, back in action over here fighting Jason Jackson. So that's your co-main event over there. Fortune versus May. Usman Nurmagomedov. Sound familiar there? Another familiar last name against a Mike Hamill. And let's see. Watanabe versus Lara will be the first fight on the main card there. So here it is. Let me see if there's any familiar people that I know on this thing. And I don't see anyone that I'm familiar with, but usually Bellator in the undercard, there's some friends of the show. But this is, where is this? In Mohegan Sun, so it's in Connecticut again. So here we go. Pitbull versus Sanchez 2. Pitbull, who basically is the guy, the face of Bellator over here, on a nice little run. So Bellator's gem fighting Emmanuel Sanchez, part 2A. Okay. Someone said something about 1FC. Thank you, Walty Walnuts. Appreciate that, man. 1FC being perhaps next week on Wednesday. Maybe we'll react to that as well. So a lot of stuff coming up. Nothing this Saturday. So maybe, Jess, you know what? These are ideas that are just jumping into my head now. Maybe this Saturday we'll do that Triton Fights thing. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, I got to talk to Jess about that. If everything's clear, that might not be a bad idea. We'll see. We'll see. Bellastor. All right. So, yeah, we're going to find out, too, who is the next fight for in the UFC, because Vettori doesn't have a dance partner. Now, I don't know if there's any updates, but I say Kevin Holland. I like it, even though Kevin Holland's another guy that really doesn't deserve it. Why not? Let's see. Let's see, one on TNT 1. So it's Mighty Mouse. Hell yeah, baby. This is what? Well, I'm not entering my predictions. Let me go back. So Mighty Mouse. By the way, Will Harris is doing a good documentary series for 1FC. So shout out to Will Harris getting the job done. That guy is one of the best documentary guys there. So yeah, you got the Mighty Mouse. You got Eddie Alvarez. This is a good card to be on TNT. So here we go. Let's see what is next for... I tell you what, we got a lot of fight reactions coming up. Okay, so here's one and another Bellator. So yeah, next Friday. So this will be on the Showtime. Ryan Bader versus Machida. UFC on ABC. So this was supposed to be Till versus Vettori, which is kind of cool poster too. It's a shame they wasted that art.
They'll do the same poster and just put Holland in there.
Just superimpose Holland's head.
Yeah.
Until. Oh man. So here's Arnold Allen versus Yusuf. Could you imagine? Like, it's not a bad fight, by the way. It's actually a pretty good fight, but you imagine that's your main event? Do they still keep it going?
Well, it's not going to be the main event.
You make Mike Perry the main event. That's what you do. You got to put Mikey Perez. You got to put Mr. Perry's on there. Crazy Perry.
Well, Perry as the co-main and Holland Vettori as the main.
You got to put... And you got fucking Jim Miller. Oh, here's Selecki, too. Yeah, that's right. So here you go. Baby Hulk's boy fighting. Joe Selecki, who's on a nice little run himself. So shout out to Joe Selecki. Maybe we should get Joe Selecki on the show. He's got a tough guy against Miller, man. Oh, my God. Good luck. All right, we'll see what happens with this card over here. Let's get back into the news.
Okay.
A lot of shit. No, we'll just skim through the stuff. The stories here.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake Paul. Yeah, let's skip that. Fucking Jake Paul. Hey, come on.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Jake's out. Jake's out, guys.
I mean, it is kind of... All right. All right, fair enough.
We have better things to do here.
We already know injury forced Darren Till out of...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hold on a second. The glove touch says, I got something to say.
At this point, Bellator is the UFC's leftovers.
UFC leftovers? I mean, it's not the UFC for sure, but it gives us an excuse to hang out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But, Rumble versus Yoel is still spicy to me. I like that. Thank you,
Do you think that our child is going to have hyperactivity, ADHD?
I don't know, but when the doctor was pressing... When did we go? Did we go today?
I'm starting to think maybe.
We went today, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck day it is anymore. The doctor was poking and prodding on Jesse's belly, and the shit looked like alien. Like you saw the footprint coming out of the belly. Like it was just like, no, it was like Poltergeist, where the coming through the wall. It looked like the baby was just like, I'm like, what is going on here? And
she does it all the time.
This is what you hear. So I hear this fucking weird noise.
It's our heartbeat.
And the baby's just... It's early in the morning, and I just want to vomit all over myself. So creepy, man.
She does it all the time.
So the answer is yes. I think she'll be hyper.
Yeah, I think we might have a hyperactivity disorder going on.
It is so weird, man, to see that.
It's weird for a dude.
Yeah, I said women are programmed to just like, ooh,
it's
baby
normal.
comes out of me.
Yeah.
Guys are like, what is that? What is that in you? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Anyway, back into the news.
Okay. We already know that Darren Till is forced out of the Vettori fight. You were just talking about it. Kevin Holland offers his services. We were just talking about it, so we don't really need to stick on this story.
Okay. By the way, we should get Baby Hulk on more often. He broke this down pretty good. Maybe he can be our professional inside scoop or something like that. Mm-hmm. Look at Nate. He's just pointing. He's like, yep, I'm coming for that belt.
Yep. Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards set for UFC 262 is the co-main event. Discussed this earlier in the show. If you want to read more about it, it is on the website, themmaholes.com.
By the way, hit the like button. We're looking to get to 200, but we need some help. We need some help from the friends. So if you haven't liked it yet, give us a like. If you missed Baby Hulk coming on, we'll run it back. Rewind the stream when we're done and watch the replay and let us know in the comment section what you think about his appearance.
Daniel Cormier scoffs at the absurd claims that Jon Jones is afraid of Francis Ngannou, which is interesting to me because Daniel Cormier hasn't exactly been... What are you doing?
The pictures are loading up, so I'm just playing around here.
Oh, that's a little easy.
Yeah, I know. You got to talk. We might even not be able to get pictures, but okay. Is it one of these?
You can get pictures.
I don't think we can.
You just got to refresh.
No, is that smart? Is that wise?
Yeah, it's up.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Positive.
Yeah. Yeah?
You HIV positive? You sure? You want me to do it? Because I can do it.
Oh, no, don't do it.
It's a little behind the scenes activities going on here. Actually, throughout the whole show, we've been having some crazy, like...
Oh, yeah, if you can't get onto the website, I don't want to fucking hear the complaining. We are well aware of the situation. It'll be back up soon. Don't be a Karen.
This has been going on. This has been going on throughout actually the entirety of this show. So that's what has been going on here as we're trying to conduct interviews and give the story. So it will be back up and running. And yeah. Anyway, what's the Daniel Cormier story?
All right. So Daniel Cormier, according to Adam Gillen Jr. of MMA Mania, Jon Jones, well, I'll just read you what Daniel Cormier said. He said it's absurd to think that Jon Jones is trying to avoid a fight against Ngannou. Jon Jones, for everything that is between us, is not afraid of Francis Ngannou. This is absurd that people think that. Jon Jones is one of the most talented guys I've seen in the octagon, and if you have to find someone who can piece together a way to solve the Francis Ngannou puzzle, it is Jon Jones.
He said this before about people that compete. No one's really scared, right? But then you see situations like Megan Anderson, and you're like, well, that's not true. Everything, people do get scared. Jon Jones being scared of Francis Ngannou. I am not going to say that Jon Jones is terrified of Francis Ngannou, but I think he's realistic to the fact that his odds of winning are very low. He can win, of course, but I think they're low when you're talking about moving up a weight class and then just so happen to be fighting one of the scariest guys that ever competed at heavyweight. So I think there are nerves in losing, not scared. I think that would be fair to say. I don't know if you probably didn't listen to that, but yeah, I think that would be fair. What do you guys think in the chat as Jesse's multitasking over there? Yes. I'll ask you again since you're doing that. Jon Jones basically is not scared of Francis, but he's nervous about his odds of winning against Francis. Scared of getting it out.
No, I think there are some nerves there.
You think he's nervous?
Listen, the whole money thing he's been doing since last year. So I don't think like him saying "show me the money" was him being scared, but I do think it kind of gives him a little bit of a leg to stand on, and the whole money thing from last year just kind of gives him a little bit more foundation to be like, well, I've been asking for money this whole time. But at the end of the day, I think he's very well aware of his odds against Francis Ngannou, and there are nerves there. There are 100% nerves.
I think the only nerves are just getting an L. I don't think it's nerves of scared of Francis Ngannou. These guys are athletes.
I think Ngannou can knock him out.
I understand, but I don't think he's legit scared of fighting him. I think he's scared of the possible outcome.
Intimidated, Leo. That's the perfect word. He's intimidated. Like, he'll still fight him, but he's definitely intimidated by Ngannou. There's no doubt.
No.
Yeah, I really believe he is.
You don't think it's more of him scared of the outcome? Not the actual, I'm so scared, intimidated.
He's lost before.
Come on.
He's lost before. He knows how to lose.
Come on. Wait, what do you mean? He's lost before because of a technicality.
Hamill.
Yeah, but that wasn't a real loss. It was
Still a loss.
Yeah, but that's not a real loss. That's
a
not
loss
like,
is a loss.
No one in their right mind says, "Oh, okay, that was, you took that L." They
but
look at Jon as
my point
undefeated.
is, he knows how to
Undefeated.
lose, so it's not like it's going to destroy him. And he went up to heavyweight, so he also has that to stand on if he loses. So I don't think he's scared of losing. I think he's scared of getting knocked out.
The only thing Jon Jones is scared of is us. Because he's come on and he's left every time. Now, the first time might have been my fault. The second time's his fault. He could have hung. Instead, he said Devin Clark is the greatest light heavyweight of all time. Jon, you lied to us. But Devin's very good. But you lied. He's not the great. Jon. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jon should do a proper interview with us. Not even an interview. Jon, how about this? You should just hang out. We'll have it just like what we did with Baby Hulk over there. Hang out. Let's shoot the shit. Like, what's going on here? You're not afraid of Francis Ngannou. I don't know what the hell she's saying. You're not afraid of Francis Ngannou.
No, he's afraid of getting knocked out.
You're afraid of the outcome, that possibly you might get a blemish. I believe that, Jon. Now, can you come on and convince my co-host over here that doesn't believe in you, Jon? That thinks you're a cheater. That thinks you're not the pound-for-pound GOAT that Habib is. I disagree with all those things. I think you should come on and help me out and try to convince this one. But he's scared of us, Jesse. And that's the thing we can all agree on. Mm-hmm. He is scared of the MMA-Holes. So, Jon, can you prove you're not scared of us? Because you're going to prove that you're not scared of Francis, right? It is weird that Jon Jones is trying to put a super high price tag. I understand that he deserves to get paid the big bucks. But if they're offering $10 million, is that not more than enough? Is that not more than enough money? Answer? No. You think they should give Jon Jones more? I mean, granted, they should because the boxers get paid a ton of money, so yeah.
Before we buffered out, what I was trying to say was I saw a tweet earlier today, and I can't remember who tweeted it. They said if fighters were to talk about their pay as percentages and pieces of the pie, then the MMA community, MMA fans would understand, instead of talking about it in numbers, like 8 million, 10 million, things like that. Because MMA fans don't realize just how much of that pie is divvied up.
Got Chubbs coming in. Hold that thought,
I'm
Chubbs.
with you, JBH. He is a cheater. And he is scared of the blemish because losing is probably worse for his legacy than pricing himself out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here's the thing. He was caught. It's tough to argue that he's not a cheater. He was caught, right? But like I said, if he destroys Francis Ngannou clean, there's really not much you can say. That's kind of out the window. So the cheater thing, like, you kind of brush it aside and say, hey, clean, he beat Francis Ngannou, for God's sakes. So I can't really kill him for that. But outpricing himself.
But so what I was saying was, fuck, man.
Whoa.
Sorry. Sorry. That's not
I
not
know
your
this
fault.
is a weird statement, but some fighters fight better when they're scared.
I'm sorry. That wasn't your fault. I feel like, you ever feel like when you're trying to like get a point out and you can't get the fucking point out? It's not your fault. I apologize. That just kind of spilled out of my mouth. I'm sorry. That was not intended. And then I'm sorry. Sorry.
You guys are literally keeping us on air, and she's like, fuck you.
No, that's not what I...
Fuck you and your stupid money.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what did he say over here? He says,
no, go up to don't apologize. That was my fault.
I'm not pausing the donations.
It just slipped out of my mouth. I'm sorry. Like sometimes when...
You better answer his... You better
it
address
doesn't matter anymore.
Address them because I'm pausing the donations. I'm letting them fly. I need you to curse them out.
It doesn't matter anymore.
All right, so it's this weird statement, but some fighters... some fighters fight better when they're scared, and Cowboy Cerrone used to say that, right? He used to fight better, like it was natural, it was normal to be scared. I think Rose Namajunas is another one that admits to being scared. So maybe you're right about that. Okay, Jesse, try to get the point out.
No,
the donations are unpaused, so let's see if you can get this point out. See how heartless these people are. Go ahead.
All I was saying was it's easy to say $8 to $10 million is a lot of money, but if you look at it as a pie, how much $8 to $10 million actually is on that pie, it's divvied up.
Hurry, Jesse!
I
it's
see
a super
it coming.
Hurry, get it out, spit it out.
It's just not divvied up fair enough, especially for someone who's defended 15 championships. Fights.
Yeah, but if you look at what everyone else is making over here, $10 million is pretty fucking high. You know, it's not the UFC's fault.
$10 million is high for a fan, but for a fighter who has had as many championship defenses as Jon Jones and is the pound for pound GOAT. It's really not that much if you look at it as a percentage.
Yeah, if you're comparing it to boxing, if you're comparing it to other things, and you look at guys like Conor McGregor who get obnoxious amounts, Khabib obnoxious amounts, but the difference is those guys are bringing numbers to justify their obnoxious amounts. In boxing's already established, and those stars are bringing in the money to justify those obnoxious amounts. If Jon Jones is not selling the pay-per-views,
he would sell it.
He sells, but he doesn't sell as big as these other guys. And I guess you can make the argument coming from Jon Jones' side, well, that's not my job. That's your job, UFC, to promote me.
Uncle Champ makes a fair point in the chat, too. He has to pay. It's not like he keeps all the money. He has to pay his corner, his coach, his manager.
Remember, though.
All that money is going in different directions.
If the numbers don't line up, the UFC is just not going to pay. And I guarantee they say this to these fighters.
I'm not sure $50 million is fair, but I certainly think he deserves more than $10 million.
The UFC basically goes by what you bring in pay-per-view buys. That's what the UFC does, right? Jorge Masvidal, the reason why this guy's getting obnoxious amounts of money is because he's just a draw. It's not fair, but he's a draw, and it's a business, and it sucks. Boxing's already established. Boxing already is what it is. So these guys can go in there and make crazy amounts of money if they're fighting for a belt because they're already a mecca thing. But in time, hopefully the UFC is big enough where it can be like boxing, and no matter what it is, the right people, the champions, get paid what they deserve.
The UFC's making more than enough to give them the payday they deserve.
How do you know?
Are you kidding me?
You see the numbers? You see the books?
You're kidding.
Fighters have to pay, and I can't believe let me just make this clear. I want fighters to make top dollar, okay? I am not trying to say, hey, fighters shouldn't make the money. They should. I'm just trying to play on the other side, devil's advocate here. The UFC is a business. And if you're not producing, so say if you're working a job, right, and you're winning, right, that doesn't guarantee you're going to get paid. You know what it guarantees? You get a belt. It guarantees that you get pay-per-view buys. It guarantees you those things. But if you're not producing, if you're not an employee that's bringing in the numbers that the UFC wants you to bring in, and they can't justify you paying you that much, it's like any other job. And that's the problem here. Here, as fans, we're all here just sitting here like, well, they should get paid more. You guys got a link? They should do this.
That's the thing that gets me. It's not even everything else. It's just, especially the MMA fans who say that fighters deserve more money. You're not buying the pay-per-view, so what leg do you have to stand on to sit here and complain that fighters aren't getting paid enough? You're not helping.
But any of us don't have a leg to stand on because we don't know. We're not running this business. Mm-hmm. And it's so easy. And you see guys like Luke Thomas and all these guys like leading the charge. These guys should make more money. Yes, I agree they should make more money. But you know what? If you're not pulling the numbers and you're not doing the job that the UFC is asking of you to do, then, I mean, they're not even asking. It's basically like whatever you pull for us, we're going to pay you accordingly. That's what it is. It's not like the UFC is getting a fucking 1.5 million pay-per-view buys and then paying the main event fucking $10,000. You know what I'm saying? That's not happening. So, come on. What are we doing here, guys? What are we complaining about?
Super chat.
I did pause it there. I lied.
Jon is a cheater, wouldn't always will be a cheater. He's definitely scared of you guys and definitely scared of Ngannou.
He's scared.
Just saying. Smiley face.
I think he's more scared of us than Francis Ngannou. That's my opinion. Scared. We ran him off twice. Thank you, Mr. Phil. Thank you, Dr. Phil.
Wonderful.
X gon give it to you. What? Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gon deliver to you. Knock knock. Open up the door. It's real with the non-stop. Pop of stainless steel go hard. Getting busy with it but I got such a good heart.
TMX.
Wonderful.
Getting paid never been about your record, it's been about the draw. He's asking for a bigger percentage than anyone else gets compared to the draw.
100%. And that is the problem. I want Jon Jones to make money. I want them all to make money, but you gotta justify it.
Wonderful.
The community. To Ann and Mike H, if you are listening, remember we will always be here for you and we love both of you very much. Everything will work out. Can I get hey we love Ann and Mike in the chat?
Yes. What happened to Ann and Mike? What happened to them? They all right?
Uh-oh, Barbara.
Ann and Mike, I hope everything's going all right.
Trouble in paradise.
You think Ann's not giving him the back door? You think that's what's going on?
Maybe.
Wonderful.
I hope you guys are all right. Seriously.
I haven't seen Justin in a while. If you want me to replace him, I'll start calling in and loosing goat milks.
That was mean glove touch.
He's all right. He's doing his own thing. But yeah, we support him 100%. I hope he has much success in his endeavors. All right, so thank you guys for the donation. Seriously, very generous of everyone once again. Let's finish up the stories and we gotta watch King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, let's fucking do this already.
Come on, that's all we want to do.
UFC Vegas 23, Marvin Vettori plans to smash Darren Till and derail Izzy Adesanya hype train for good. Well, he's not smashing Darren Till, but he is still intending to destroy the hype train, so there's that.
Okay.
But first he has to get a dance partner before he can even do that.
Hopefully it's Kevin Holland.
UFC 261 poster drops for championship triple header on April 24th in Jacksonville. I don't know if that one's loaded on that. Yeah, you probably can't see it.
Hold on. What? It's a UFC 261?
61, yeah. The Masvidal, Usman, the 3 title fights.
Tapology is awesome. I tell you what, Tapology is the best. We don't give them enough credit. Look at this. Boom. They're on the money, man. Tapology, good job on you guys. You guys do a great job on that website. Information quickly, swiftly, smooth. Here's the poster over here. Check it out.
Wonderful.
I like it. It's not bad because here's the thing. It's tricky because you have.
That's simple.
You have 3 title fights.
I mean, they really just threw PNGs on there.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, crazy, but it's sometimes less is more. It's not like the color scheme and everything. It's all right. It's not the best poster, no, but it kind of has a throwback feel.
It's not something I would hang on my wall.
No, listen. I don't hate it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's simple. It's simple. The color scheme's right. The placement's cool. Everyone's got their own thing. Mm-hmm. It's so funny how Shevchenko right now is probably the baddest champion of them all, and she's the tiniest on the card. All good fights. My father has zero interest in the ladies. I brought it up to him. He's like, "Who's fighting on that card?" And I told him the girls. He's like, "Next." If anyone hates women's fighting, it's my father. And it's nothing like against women. He just thinks they're so boring when they fight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jesse's boots?
Careful.
Okay. Fought on Jesse. Fought on Jesse. Wow. Haven't farted on Jesse in a while. Whew. Man. So thank you for just dropped $20 there. Thank you so much. By the way, this is really weird. This is how you know it's hot and you're old. When I was dancing, I'm going to say something horrible right now. You ready?
I don't want to. Did you fart?
No, I did not fart. Although I should have because that was the donation. When I was dancing, all I felt was my saggy nuts just wobbling around. My pants were low and I had no support. And it's very hot in here. So, when it's hot, the boys, sometimes they hang a little low. And they would just flop. They would like hit my hamstrings. Like they were slapping around to the hamstring.
Disgusting.
And I'm dancing over there. If you want to watch the replay, just know that my nuts were just swinging around. It was really weird. Low. And I was dancing. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, they're low. But they smell great because of Ballsy. Shout out to Ballsy over there for having my low-hanging nuts.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We played the commercials earlier. If you want the promo codes and the discounts down below. What the hell is going on, man?
I don't know.
It's weird. My nuts are usually like stuck in me. Like they're like these like little nuggets that are hanging. Like they're close enough where I don't have that problem. But when I get hot, my fucking balls, they're on vacation. They're fucking have briefcases and they're like, all right, see you later. And they're just like far away.
Yeah.
What is that? They're just fucking banging around in my fucking pants. Okay. And my boxers were low, so there was no support at all.
Why are your boxers low?
Because I had my pants down. And I was mooning them.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Do not play that donation ever again. Because it was weird, man. It freaked me out.
All right. UFC 262 is shaping up nicely. They actually, UFC on BT Sport posted on Twitter a nice little picture of all of the fights that are lined up. We kind of discussed it a little this in the beginning of the show, but I gotta say, I'm fucking excited for 262. And you know what's funny is 261 is 3 title shots, and I think I'm more excited for 262 just because of who's on the card and the fights that they have lined up there.
Yeah, look at this card once again. Scroll down here, and yes, Nate Diaz is fighting Leon Edwards. Like we spoke about in the beginning of the show. If you want to hear my crazy theory and crazy scenarios, definitely run it back in the beginning of the stream. I promise you, your head's going to spin when you hear what I have to say about Nate Diaz fighting Leon Edwards and the possibilities, the things, the doors that it opens to a one Conor McGregor. If you want to see all that crazy stuff, you got to run it back because I'm not going to repeat everything I said. But the card does look very good.
Yeah.
The pay-per-views this year have been so freaking good. Seriously, every pay-per-view. So great. So shout out to UFC for getting the job done.
I can honestly say I don't think I've been disappointed yet.
No, the pay-per-view's worth every penny. Yeah. Except for, I mean, the last one was good. Like the Ngannou versus Stipe. It was a good pay-per-view. But it still wasn't the caliber. I mean, it wasn't the caliber of the other ones have been fire.
I loved it.
But the beauty of it was we got 2 in 1 month that were pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen often.
Can't stop thinking about my nuts swinging all over the place. I think I have nightmares about this.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Kainoto.
A ball sack drops like that during hot weather as a means to preserve the integrity of our sperm.
Mm-hmm.
The closer to your body when it's hot, the more likely the heat vaporizes your swimmers. So the nuts sag.
Yeah, that's true. I actually recall reading that. Because I was like, what the hell is going on here?
This
When
is
it's
information
cold,
that I don't need.
When it's cold, everything. My dick, it just... Actually, my dick goes in even when it's warm. But my nuts...
You're disgusting.
But my nuts, I don't know what's going on. And the older you get, the more they want to get away from your body.
All right. If you don't
throw them over my shoulder.
If you don't have Showtime, you don't need to worry. Bellator 255
is YouTube
this weekend.
Is it? Is it? Tell me.
They will be showing the fight, the main card, for free for subscribers.
Can we pirate it?
It will be available on Pluto TV, Hulu, YouTube, and Fubo TV streaming services. The Armstrong, Buckeye, Liberty, Optimum, and Suddenlink cable providers also will offer the event without a Showtime subscription. In the main event, lightweight and featherweight champ Patricio Ferrer puts his 145-pound title on the line in a rematch against Emmanuel Sanchez. That fight also is a semifinal bout in Bellator's ongoing featherweight tournament. The winner will move on to the final to meet AJ McKee. New Showtime viewers can get a 30-day free trial to Showtime streaming service ahead of Bellator 255, followed by a reduced monthly subscription cost of $4.99 per month for 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Bellator's, it's about the same as ESPN.
ESPN is way better than Showtime. ESPN Plus blows Showtime away.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't give two shit about their
movies
watch that I've already seen already. Like, everything that they put on Showtime, we have already seen them. We don't want to see those stupid movies.
Yeah. But you're getting it for Bellator.
For one fucking promotion. Yeah. No, fuck that, man. It's not worth it. It's not. I don't know. I need more.
So no Bellator reactions this year?
Well, we're gonna find I don't know. We're gonna have. I have no idea. I'm not gonna say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta figure it out.
All right, you let me know when you figure it out.
I don't know. Maybe what they can do. How about this, Bellator? Work a promotion with us. Do what ESPN Plus does, and then we'll pay. Then we'll do it.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth it. I know. Listen. I want these fighters to get paid. I want Bellator to do well. I'm glad with their success.
But
I am not getting Showtime. I'm not doing it. I'm not. At least with DAZN, at least you get other fights. Like you get all the boxing events and everything like that too. So you kind of got a little bit more. It made sense. We paid for DAZN. But come on, man. Come on, Bellator.
Maybe more will be shown on Showtime.
I'm glad they're getting paid. I'm glad they got the deal. But when Strikeforce was on, I had Showtime. It just so happened I had it. But I'm not. This is not going to get me to buy Showtime. I don't know.
Yeah. According to Jesse Holland of MMA Mania, smooth Diego Sanchez will retire Cowboy Cerrone on May 8th. Says his ass better get ready. Longtime UFC welterweight veteran Diego Sanchez, who captured
Wonderful.
Kainoto.
The reason why your cock sinks into your pelvis and vanishes is in order to protect your, fuck it, Moss, you just have a small dick.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. Like, I try to pretend it's always cold. I'm like, man, it's freezing. It's like 115 degrees. I'm like, man, it's freezing here. Can someone put the heat on?
Can you stop?
Super chat.
Paul KO's aspirin, coffin.
Paul KO's aspirin. Wow. Might happen. Thank you, Super Fights. Appreciate the 2. Thank you, Kainoto, for the 2. Everyone. You guys are awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. You donators, fucking awesome. By the way, Baby Hulk was on earlier. If you missed the interview, run it back. He was actually really good. The champion. Okay, what were we talking about? Sanchez
says he's going to put away Cerrone.
Where's he going to put him? In the cupboard?
In the coffin.
Sanchez is going to... Maybe he... Who the hell's going to win that fight? You got to think Cowboy wins, right? Who the hell wins that fight?
He said, I'm going in there smooth. We'll make this shit look easy. Cowboy, he might be planning on finishing out those 5 fights he signed when he signed the Conor McGregor deal, but as I'm ready for retirement, his ass better get ready for retirement too. He don't know it, but this is probably going to be his retirement fight.
Isn't it both of your retirement fights?
Well, he's saying he's going to retire Cowboy.
Oh my... Well, at least he's talking shit. He's trying to sell the fight. When does that fight happen?
This is on May 8th. It's a fight night.
Oh. My brother's birthday.
That one's close.
Yeah. Ellie might be here for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. What else we got?
Last but not least, Luke Rockhold blasts tyrant Dana White, saying it's a very mafioso tactics in negotiations when it comes to the UFC.
Okay.
Accusing mafioso tactics.
Oh my God. Luke Rockhold. Then go fight somewhere else. Then fight somewhere else, dude. Like...
you refreshed it?
Yeah. No, it's not there.
Why'd you refresh it?
It's not there.
Oh, you didn't refresh it?
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh.
No, it doesn't matter. It wasn't there. The picture wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
That's why I did it.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind.
Yeah, so leave. Right? I'm sure if you're under contract.
Back. He's getting trained by Khabib.
But if it's a mafioso and complaining, then leave. Like, you fought elsewhere before.
So let me read to you what he said. He said, fighting is like a mafia. It's very mafioso tactics and negotiations.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it sound like he was complaining about the UFC being the mafia.
No, he's saying the UFC's negotiations are very mafioso.
Okay, what are we talking about? All right. I don't fuck Luke Rockhold. I don't even care.
He just wants to watch Godzilla Kong.
I just want to watch Godzilla. I'd much rather watch Godzilla and Kong than listen to Luke Rockhold speak.
Fuck MMA.
No.
We're going to watch Godzilla Kong.
We should not have to listen to Luke Rockhold say anything. Just fight. We don't care what Luke Rockhold. I don't care what you have to say.
Well, I think first of all, he was on a podcast. He was probably asked about it.
He's dumb as a fucking rock, man. Hold.
Wonderful.
I don't care.
Smooth sailing, Moss.
Does anyone give a shit about what Rockhold has to say? The guy is so fucking
I find it
dumb.
interesting when they're talking about like the behind the scenes stuff with the UFC. I always find that interesting, no matter who's talking about it.
Yeah. I really care about what Luke Rockhold has to say behind the UFC.
You don't think there's a mafioso type of mentality going on?
I think Luke Rockhold has brain damage.
I think Dana White's tied in with the mafia.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We have to go, but we will be back on Friday night for Bellator / Fuka Friday. Should we do a Fight Buddies or what should we do? Should we do like a light-hearted? Yeah, let's do. I don't fucking know.
We'll discuss it and let everyone know what's going on.
Okay. And this Saturday, maybe we'll have a specialty stream since there's no UFC this Saturday or anything really going on unless it's boxing or something. We'll see what happens this Saturday. Will pop up. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know each and every time we're live. We'll have the MMA-Holes.com up and running very soon. Technical difficulties tonight. This is interesting. Very interesting night, but I think we pulled it together very nicely. A thank you to Baby Hulk for dropping on the show. If you missed the interview, rewind it, watch it back, and let us know in the comments section what you thought. And I was going to say who wins. Let us know in the comment section what you thought about that or the scenarios that we spoke about in the beginning of the show about Nate Diaz coming back fighting Leon Rocky Edwards. Okay, I think we touched base on everything. Let's get the fook out of here. Hit the like button.
Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. BallsyBallwash.com, link in the description, promo code MMA-Holes for 15% off. Also, Head Rush, link in the description, promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES for 20% off, link in the description. And MysticRootsCBD.com, promo code MMA-Holes for 20% off of all of your CBD needs. And Lux Bidet, link in the description, 10% off at checkout using the link in the description. Also, make sure you use ESPN Plus to get all of your favorite fights, live sports, anything you need. Thank you guys for your continued support tonight, and we will be back on Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole. Yeah!